smart. I'm sorry. I'm a little silly today. I apologize. Hello. Oh. Okay, maybe I deserve that. Hello, everybody. Hi. I hope you guys had a fantastic, fantabulous day. I missed you, cutie patooties, yesterday. Hello. Okay, so let me go down and let me see. Let me see everybody that was here. But hello. Hi, Dominoes. Hello. Remember, everybody, I am streaming on all 3 platforms. So I am on Kick, I am on Twitch, and I am on YouTube. Okay, let's see everybody that's here. Okay. Hello. We got so many new followers while we were gone, so hello to all the new followers. Hello. Do I need other Kikas to be allowed to say it first? No, you could just say hi. I'm a Kika. Hi, Snowman. Hi, Chains. Hi, Dr. Shaky Jones. Hello. Also, Dr. Shaky Jones, if you have to go, no worries. Please be safe, and I'll be praying for you. Hi, Chains. Hi, Hollow Soul. Hi, Smy. Hello. Hi, James. Hello. Hi, Star. Hello. Hi, Watson. Hello. Hi, Doggo. Hello. Hi, Pumpkin. Hello. I don't smell like poop. You smell like poop. Don't lie on my name. Hello, everybody on Kick as well. Hello, Snowman. Hi, Dominoes. Hello. Hi, Smy. Hello. Hi, Shaky. Hello. Hi, Kazuma. Hello. And then hello, everybody on YouTube. Hi, Owen. Hello. Just came to tell you fun trying and good luck trying to solve this shit. It's got more twists and turns than M. Night Shyamalan movie. Oh, God. Hi, Grizz. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi. How's it going? I hope you guys had a great day. I had an actually super fun day today. Today we had a community night with our Shroom Lords, our top donators today. So we were doing some gaming in there. Reminder: if you do gift about equal to 100 gifted subs, you can be in our exclusive Discord, which has all of our top donators in it. So
thank you very much.
That is a thing. But hello, hi Ming, hello. James, thank you so much for resubscribing. Oh my gosh, it's officially been over a year. Thank you so much, Jamesy. I appreciate you so much. Day the grandfather wait for you in the garden. What does that even mean? Also, hi Ming, hello. So we did have a lovely little community night with our top donators today, and it was a lot of fun. But we played Borderlands today. I played Borderlands for the first time today. Honestly, it was a lot of fun. Won't keeping track of gifted subs be much trickier for those moving from Twitch to Kick while still donating subs? It will be. So if you guys so since we are going to be on different platforms, I could still see your guys' stuff depending, but if you guys can prove to me that you guys did donate that much, then I will take it into consideration, and then we will add you into the Shroom Lords. The new one, or yeah, it was Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2. One of the good ones. Yeah, it was so much fun. Catch a ride. What? Excellent choice. Yeah, Snowman was the one who picked it out. And then the Dark was there playing with us, and then we had Sanguine Knight in there with us as well. He'll be joining us next time. He wasn't able to play with us this time. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I had a blast on it. So if you guys want me to play games with you guys and stuff like that, that is what we will be doing in the Shroomlords Discord server. So are we doing Gooner shit or Warhammer shit today? Neither, actually. Well, maybe it's a little Gooner. It's a little bit maybe Gooner-ish because it's Five Nights at Freddy's, and we know how the Five Nights at Freddy community is. And to anybody that's watching this and you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan, listen, I'm not lying. You could say all you want. You could say I'm judging. I'm not judging. I'm just stating facts. I'm stating the reality of the situation, okay? Hi, Princess Pixie, Shermy Night, Larry here. Hope you're having a great, wonderful weekend. Thank you so much, Larry. Hello. I hope you're having a great day too. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you. I recently went back and watched a PBS show from my childhood called Liberty Kids. Ever heard of it? No, I haven't. Day, you are not ready for that. I'm ready. I'm ready, spaghetti. Okay? You can't tell me what I'm ready for. You can't tell me if I can handle the truth. I am the truth. Five Nights, at least take me out to dinner first. Whoa! Oh! Gosh damn it! Chains! You know what? I hope you have explosive diarrhea tonight. I hope you have explosive diarrhea. Pixie says you're still really adorable. Thank you so much, Larry. I appreciate it. I hope you have explosive diarrhea. I warned you. That's not nice. Well, you throwing stuff at me isn't nice either. I just have to say, it's not really that nice. Thank you. Gosh. Ugh. Also, if you guys hear me chewing, I am sorry. I am barely eating dinner. I had lunch earlier. Now I gotta eat dinner. But you may be asking yourself, Day, yesterday, whoa! You may be asking yourself, Day, yesterday, I saw you were touching grass. Yes, I was. Okay? So hear me out on what happened yesterday, right? First off, sorry, I had to cancel stream yesterday. However, it was for something kind of important, okay? I thought that a person that hurt my family member, not physically but emotionally, was going to be at a certain event, and I didn't want my family members to be there alone. So I got myself all dressed up. I looked so pretty. I was like, like sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I go through this like weird thing where I kind of forget what I look like because I don't look in the mirror often enough. The only way I know that I'm brown is by looking at my hands every now and then while I'm streaming, right? But I look at my VTuber model so freaking often, okay? So freaking often that I forget what I look like sometimes. You know what I mean? And so I got all dressed up yesterday. I had my hair all curly. I did my makeup, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna go mean mug a bitch. That bitch didn't even show up. I went for nothing. I was outside for nothing. To be fair, it was a fun event. It was my brother's, my brother and my dad. They're in a softball game, and so I thought that we were gonna see somebody, but we didn't. And so I'm very much that type of person. Like, you want to fight, post up. I will be there and I will defend my family's honor. Okay, I will defend my family's honor, man. So yes, I am a feisty Latina. That is not just only on camera. I be about that life in real life too. So I went and there was nobody there. And I was like, damn it. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll make the most of it. And I felt air conditioning outside. I forget how pretty the outside world is. Okay, hold on. I need you guys to see how pretty it was yesterday. I saw the sunset for the first time in a long time because, again, I don't really go out much. I'm a VTuber. I think that's pretty, I think that's pretty standard VTuber behavior. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys what the outside looked like. And don't worry, it's just the sky. So, if you somehow find my location based off the sky, fuck you. But let me show you guys. Hold on. Let me see. I need to see which one only has the sky real quick. Yeah. Okay. So, I need you guys to see how freaking pretty this place was. All right? Okay. Let me see. Okay. Ah! Hold on. Okay. So, you see how pretty that is? Look at how pretty that is. That's so pretty. So that's what the view was like yesterday, right? It was so pretty. And like the air, like the weather, okay? I kind of forgot what it was like to have nice weather, okay? Because I've been in Arizona for so long. Yesterday, I was able to wear shorts and a long sleeve, and I felt perfectly normal. I was like, wow, this is great. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. I forget how much I love going outside until I'm outside. I was like, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Day is a smelly man stealer of Chibi. No, I'm not. I didn't mean to steal her man. I did not mean to steal Chibi Doki's man. Alright? Listen. Chibi Doki, I've asked her. I told her, can I call you my prima? And she said yes. So, she's my cousin. She's my prima. Alright? I stand by her. I stand by her. All the time. Alright? I didn't realize that her man would want me. Actually, her man's a little bitch for that, actually. Okay? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, hold on, let me show you guys. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, first off, why aren't you watching the videos that we upload on YouTube? That's rude. That's rude. That's rude. But if you're confused, let me show you. Whoa! Okay. Okay. So, let me explain. Let me explain. Wait, Chibi has a man's? Yeah, it's Bowser. Bowser is her man, okay? All right. So look it. This is what happened when I was away from y'all. So I get a DM. This is a real DM. This is a real DM that was requested. Okay? This is a real DM. Alright? Alright. From Bowser. Bowser's over here saying, please make your model's boobs bigger. How can they get bigger? How? So this was my live reaction to opening this message.
He'll get his wish.
And then there's James, because I was in a call with my mod team. Oh my god! I'm crying, bro. I'm crying. Okay. I heard you and Chibidoki were cousins. Did I lose something in translation? I also have a life, so I don't watch too much lie. I watch mostly what we're not blood cousins or anything like that. She don't even remember me probably, but I met her one time and I asked her, "Can I call you my prima?" and she said yes. And I have that on recording. I have it. I have proof of that. Girl, you don't want to know how big some girls have made their tits on their models. Dude, it can't get bigger than this, bro. It can't. It can't. There's no way. There's no way. There's no shot. Right? So I got hit on by Bowser, and then I responded to Bowser, okay, and I can't show you the response, right? I can't show you the response, because Bowser then proceeds to send me corn, and I had to block him. So whichever one of you motherfuckers is Bowser, what the fuck, man? Why? I was laughing. I thought it was funny. I wasn't even mad about it until you sent me corn. You made me have to block you. That's not my fault. Was it good corn? No. Well, no. No. Unsolicited corn is never good. Never. Because I was like, oh, at least he has manners. He's asking, please. He's asking me, please, can you make your boobs bigger? Right? He asked, please. He didn't say you must, or you have to, or you should. He said, please. It was a request. So I was like, wow, this gooner has manners. And I really believed that we were making gooning great again. But then he sends me unsolicited corn, and I'm like, motherfucker, now I have to block you. Now I have to block you. Good afternoon, day. Hi, Ivan. Hello. Hi, Looney. Hello. You had to think twice on that second no, so might be good corn. No, it's not. What did I just join to? Unsolicited corn? Yeah, it was unsolicited corn, man. I didn't approve of that. This is, listen, and this is another reason, okay? I'm not gonna out people, right? But y'all motherfuckers, this is why I don't accept direct messages from Shroomies anymore. Not because I don't love you guys. I do. I love you guys with all my heart and soul. But sometimes some of you want to send me hand pictures. And other times some of you want to send unsolicited corn. I can't. I'm too vulnerable for this shit, man. I can't. Y'all need to get it under control. Gotta let Cream freeze him at this point? Dude, seriously. Hello, Day. Hi, Sabrin. Hello. By the way, have you heard about Shoe on Head's latest video? It was pretty upsetting. Yeah, I will not be reacting to Shoe on Head's new video. It is very controversial, and I cannot do that. But I do appreciate you guys wanting me to react to it, so I do apologize in advance. Some of y'all be firing weird shit in DMs, then we got to ban, we don't want to. Exactly. The thing is, I don't want to ban any of you guys. Do you know, every time I have to ban one of you guys, I cry? And that's not even a joke. Ask any of my mod team. Ask any of them. Ask any single mod team. Anytime I have to ban one of you guys, I sob. For hours, bro. For hours, okay? Please don't send me unsolicited corn. Please. Please. I beg of you. Don't accidentally ban me like last time. I'm sorry, Ivan. That was a mistake. I'm so sorry. I'll never be able to let that go. Leon! Hello! Welcome in, Raiders! Hello! Welcome. Hello! What were you guys up to? What were you guys doing? Hello! welcome in, welcome in. What were you guys up to? What were you guys doing? Hello, everybody. My name is Tiny Pixie Day. I'm a variety streamer. I tend to do reactions, gaming, and a little bit of singing. It's so nice to meet you. Hello. Hi. Hope you have had a great stream. Was playing Pokemon Infinite Fusion as a randomizer Nuzlocke. Ooh, that sounds like so much fun. Also love the R rolls. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Leon found some questionable Pokemon mixes. What kind of Pokemon mixes? Also, I love Pokemon, but I hope you had a good time, and also if you have to raid and run, don't worry about it. I completely understand. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. Make sure you eat food, drink water, and go to the restroom. Thank you. Yes, YouTube, I'm so sorry. Y'all are freaking out. Yes, I was sent unsolicited corn, on Twitter from Bowser. So, yeah, I never thought in my life I'd be getting unsolicited corn from Bowser, but you know what? There's a first for everything. Maybe I really am making it in the world when celebrities are sending me unsolicited corn. I don't know. Maybe I made it. I don't know. Also, hello everybody on YouTube. I see you guys are all ready for the Five Nights at Freddy's. Yes, today we are going to be discovering the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline lore. So stick around for that. We will be yapping for another 30 minutes before we get into that, so sit tight. But if you have to leave and come back, completely understand. Oh my goodness, Kazuma! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs! Thank you! Thank you so much, Kazuma! I appreciate it! Thank you! Matt Pat, no. We are going to be watching it, from, let me see. It is from FNAF. I do need to get some food, but I will be lurking, so have a wonderful stream. Thank you so much, Leon. Thank you. Get some good nums. Nom. So we can send corn if we ask first. No corn. Then I'm just banning you. Come on, guys. It's common sense. You silly Billy Beans. I am supposed to be your little sister. Just say you guys hate me. And you have no respect for me. Just say you hate me. The only unsolicited corn I ever... No, actually, I'm not going... No, I don't want unsolicited corn ever. I was gonna say it was fan art, because I love fan art, so I don't really care about that, right? But, like, come on, guys. Come on. Midwesterners be unhappy with their main source of income is hated? Huh? Thank you guys so much for the hype train on Twitch. Thank you. Hype train. Whoa. They grow corn. It's corn. A big lump with nubs. It has a juice. Tiny Ochi Day, did you look at my repost of that Bowser tweet? It shows Bowser flirting with Chibi's mom. No, but that's funny. That is really funny. Our sister? Then is Cyrano your smart cousin? I don't know who Cyrano is. I'm sorry. What about if it's corn wearing lingerie? No! Why do you guys hate me? Gentlemen, behold corn. I can't. Everyone's getting banned today. Everyone's getting banned. Everyone is getting banned. All of you are on my shit list now. Congratulations. You all are getting the ban hammer, bitch. The best part about the Bowser video is that it happened during a work call too. Yeah, I was just going through my requests, trying to see if there was anyone that like reached out to me or anything like that. And that's the first thing I saw. The fuck I do? I'm innocent. All of you banned. We just gotta nuke everything at this point. Start it over. Let's start this whole thing over. You know what? I'm rebranding. I'm no longer Tiny Pixie Day. I'm no longer Tiny Pixie Day. I'm gonna be coming back as Shugi. Because I can't with you bitches anymore. Not me. I ain't even said anything yet. Hi, Corla. Hello. You say we're getting the band back together? We're getting the band back together. She also an ice fairy, so cool power. Heck. Oh, you know what? She would be my cousin then, but she's a fairy, and I hate fairies. I'm a pixie. In case you didn't know, I am a pixie. And there is a difference because I have fangs. I have fangs. Fairies are pussies. They aren't willing to bite back.
Ban the whole chat. Just ban everybody.
Yeah.
Ban everybody. We're doing a hard reset.
Yeah, hard reset. See, James, you get me. 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 You get me like nobody else does, Jamesy. Hey, Day, how's it going? Hi, Meat City. Hello. Spreading the fairy hate, are we? Of course, of course. We have nothing but hatred in our hearts and souls for fairies. What can I say? Why rebrand as Shugi and not Iki? Because Iki's too say-so, and if I'm gonna be saying anything, I'm gonna be Shugi, because at least Shugi stands about that business. I just got here and chat's already wilding. Hi, Gothic girls. Hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, you know, chat be wildin'. Chat be chat. What expedition did you go on? 33? What? Fairies in the Tohu are different. They are basically childlike embodiments of nature. Also can barely hear you. You could barely hear me? Oh, can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs? Can you hear me now? How about Luna? Bitch, I'm not being Luna. Luna? Okay, no. Actually, there's gonna be a video about that within the next few years. I mean, not years. Next few weeks, maybe like, I don't know. There's gonna be a video that comes out of me reacting to when I was playing Luna. Y'all bitches are never getting Luna again. You bitches are never getting Luna outside of a day in the life. You guys aren't getting her. That bitch is a hoe. That bitch is a massive hoe. I can now, dumbass. Listen. It takes a dumbass to know a dumbass, okay? Also, thank you guys so much for the hype train. Choo-choo! Chugga, 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 choo-choo! Choo-choo! We're on level 2. What are your views on gnomes and gnomes' rights? Gnomes are my gnomies, man. I fuck with the gnomies. I also love duendes. But you know who I don't like? Those fucking fairies, bro. You're just jealous that Luna has more Riz than you. Also, hi. Who is Luna and why is she a hoe? Alright, you know what? I got time today. I have time today. I'm just gonna show you guys a snippet of Luna. Alright? For those of you that weren't here for my April Fool's joke, okay? So, for those of you that weren't here for my April Fool's joke, I did an April Fool's joke where I pretended to be different VTubers, right? And I voice acted all of them within one day, okay? And it is a little sneak peek to a show that I am working on behind the scenes, right? So, real quick before we jump into the FNAF stuff, all right? Before we jump into that. Now, if you guys want to see the whole April Fool's, this is the April Fool's stream. Hold on. This up here is the full April Fool's stream. The V-Hub is coming for you. All right. So let me show you guys who the fuck Luna is. All right? Cuz y'all bitches need to Bro, I can't. This shit was so bad. Sup, bitches? Hey. What's up? Hello. Are you guys ready to, like, see me? I know, I'm gonna be like the main star of today's show. But what's up? Hi. Are you guys ready? I think I'm gonna be your favorite. Hey.
She's a hoe!
For best girl or something? Why are you hanging from the ceiling? Because I kind of felt like it. What's up? Hey. Oh my god. I see a lot of hot men in here today.
Shut the fuck up!
Hi.
You whore!
Girls in here. What's up? Holy thigh gap. Oh yeah, you like that?
Stop!
Hi. What's up, everyone?
I want
My
to.
name is
I want
Luna.
to atomize her.
It's like so nice to meet you. Oh, we are doomed. Why? I think you guys are getting blessed with me tonight. What's up? I am still confused. Okay, so let me break it down to you, Bari. Today, me and a couple of the other girls are gonna be here, and you guys can go on a date with us. I think you'll definitely
Stop it!
with me.
You whore of Babylon!
Girls, depending on your type, and hopefully one of us will be your type. Already flirting. I can't take her anywhere. I want to go everywhere.
Stop!
Because I'm like the opposite of Day. Also, Stranger 8562. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you.
Stop it! Okay, that's it. That's it. If you guys want to watch the rest of it, you can go watch this stream. You could go watch this stream. She has this section and she has a whole nother section and she's getting a fucking video of my whole reaction to that. Okay? Because listen. I plead the fifth. That's you though. No, it's not. Okay? It's not. It's not me. Alright? Listen, I have a problem. Okay? I am an actress. Okay? I just want to say I'm an actress. Alright? Professionally trained, sorta. Right? I was a theater kid, so I do something called method acting a little, right? So whenever I'm on stream, ever, right? But especially this stream, I don't think before I say things. I just say, what would this character do? Right? Because usually on stream, like right now, I could just talk however I'm talking because I'm just being myself, right? But that day, I was like 6 different characters. I was 6 different characters, man. Okay? And this one, all I had written down was she's a hoe. Okay? And I emphasized on that. I emphasized on that shit. Okay? And I'm not gonna lie. I hated it so bad. When I went back to watch this, I wanted to fucking chuck myself into the sun itself. I was so embarrassed, bro. So if she starts to talk like that, then we know Day's hoe is showing, right? No! I'm not a hoe! That's the worst part! I'm not! I had to try to be... Okay, because Luna's character is that she's a hoe and she likes drugs. That is the main 2 features of her personality. I don't do drugs and I'm not a hoe! So I was improvising on what I've seen from people. But it's impressive, ma'am. No, but it's not. Basically, when she speaks like that, Day's inner succubus is showing. Prove it. How can I prove I'm not a hoe? I'm not a hoe. I'm a method actor. Luna is not house trained. Day, my streetwalker pics are def on brand for Luna. It showed your range though. Thank you, funny. So it's corrupted Day from an alternate timeline? Basically! Has Bowser met Luna yet? I don't know! Denial kink. I'm not... Denial is a river in Egypt and I am not a river in Egypt! Okay? Don't be a fool, that's a gardening tool. If she breathes. But in order to be a method actor, you have to have experience in it to understand the material. I don't have experience in being a hoe. How can I have experience in being a hoe? The last relationship I was in was like nearly 6 years, and I got beat up during it. I don't know what it's like to be a hoe. I ain't never been a hoe. I can't be a hoe. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Quirky Faye hours, basically. I'm sorry. I feel judged right now. Why am I like this? Maybe freeze her first? That's going to be the biggest stupidity of Bowser. No, my waifu. No, your waifu is cringe. I mean, per your own words, she has 2 big personalities outside of the ones you listed. Shut up! Shut up, James! Why are we rage baiting poor day? I think you're digging yourself further into this hole. I'm gonna beat you. I'm going to beat you with a stick, and I'm going to lubricate that stick in shit and shove it down your throat. Okay? How about that? How about that? I'm not judging. I want Luna back. Ashy Weenus, by the way, I am surprised. Okay, actually, I do have to say, I was a little happy that none of you fuckers knew it was me at first. I will say, like, you know, I have to say, I was a wee little bit happy. That none of you guys, because at that point, none of you fuckers knew that I was Luna. Like, there was only a couple of you that knew it was me, but a majority of people that were there live for that stream that day did not realize it was me. Okay? So many of you guys did not realize it was me, and so it was so funny. It was so freaking funny when I pulled the mask off and everyone just had like an existential life crisis because they were flirting with me technically, and they were just like, they were just like, no. I'm very confused. What happened? So basically I'm talking about what happened on the April Fool's stream. The stream that I did for April Fool's. It was a complete crazy ass stream. I began thinking I was banned for a moment. Oof. Don't give the freaks ideas for fan fiction. Yeah, that's my fault. I ain't gonna lie. In my defense, you started it. In your defense, I agree. And that's on me. So I can't beat your ass. But also, for fuck's sake. Wait, people couldn't tell? It was obvious. Some people genuinely couldn't tell. It was me. So when I showed that it was me, everyone all of a sudden stopped flirting with Luna. They're like, They're like, this is a trap. I'm gonna get banned. Or were they playing into... No, some of them were dead ass. Chat needs a theme song. I'ma give them Freak on a Leash by Korn because this shit's wild. Some people try the taste of Tide Pods. Dude, it was so funny. We both are stupid, agreed? What do you mean? Oh, that stream. Yeah, that stream. Luckily, I barely watched live VTubers. It was the closest to a handshake. Thank you. It was a lot. Which persona was your favorite aside from your base form? It depends, cause I have quite a few. Like, I kind of love all of them, even Luna, because to me, Luna is like comedic relief. Because she's so much of a hoe, you can't help but feel bad for her, you know? But I would say Shuggy is probably my favorite one. Shuggy is definitely my favorite character to voice and to play into because she's just aggressive. She's just aggressive, but she's so cute, and you can't help but love her. If the wine aunt were a little less dommy, she would have been my favorite. We are making changes to her character where she is gonna be less dommy. She's gonna be more wine wife type, if that makes sense. So, you guys have to remember, I planned out that stream in a week. I planned that entire stream in a week. I found voices for those characters within a week. I scripted out some type of personality within a week. So, I was really rushed on them, but now we've fleshed them out more, and they will be characters in our show. So, be prepared to see them in the future. I have no idea of how many voices you have control over. I could do a bit. I do have a voice demo. I don't know, because I know there's a lot of new people here, so let me kind of show you my voice demo. Real quick. Okay. Let me... Okay. So this is my voice demo.
Yes, this could kill me. The smell, the reaction, the pattern, it's all wrong. But if I walk away now, I'll never know. And not knowing, that's worse.
You're a big fat chicken! Admit it! You're scared of getting hurt! Scared of hurting someone else! You're nothing but a coward!
Listen to me. I don't know what painful things you've been through, or what you've done that makes you suffer so terribly. And I know it would be wrong of me to say that I understand. Regardless, it's easy to give up, and it doesn't suit you at all.
I love people I find cute. I want to become them. That's why I drink their blood. But everyone tells me that's wrong. They say I'm crazy, that I'm not normal. But isn't that how love works? Don't you want to be closer to the person you love? To understand them? To be them? I just live the way I want. I love the way I want. So why is that wrong? Why do I have to be punished for it? What happens if you sever this part? No, wait. What if you don't kill it and just observe how it generates over time, and then compare that to another specimen? Oh, this could be the answer to so many questions!
So, that was my voice demo. I have yet to get any voice acting gigs. But it's okay. One day. For now, I'll voice act my own stuff. So, from Demon Dom to Wine MILF. Well, she's still gonna be a demon, but she'll be a demon wine MILF, I guess. You did good, thank you. I hate using my dad voice on kids. It makes me sound like a father, and I hate it. I feel that. No! Hello!
My soldiers ready!
Hi, Nuke! Hello! Welcome in, Raiders! Hello! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Hello! What were you guys up to? What were you guys doing? Hello! Welcome in, everybody. My name is Tiny Pixie Day. I am a variety streamer. I tend to do reactions, gaming, and a little bit of singing. What were you guys up to? What were you guys doing? Hello. Also, Nuke, if you have to raid and run, I completely understand. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. Make sure you eat food, drink water, and go to the restroom. Did Drunk Overwatch and Outlast Trials hope games are good? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you had a fun time, and make sure you stay safe. Whoa. And drink some water.
some water, bro. But thank you so much for the raid. Whoa. Water is optional? No, it's always necessary. Don't make me now. Don't make me do things that I'm gonna have to regret. I don't want to do this to you. I believed in you, Nuke. I believed in you that you would behave and you would listen. But if you leave me no choice, I have no choice but to cut off your precious, desired pinky toes. I keep them in a jar and I shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Ugh. Your eyes suggest otherwise? What do you mean? Those are optional to walk? No, it's not. You need your pinky toes. You need your pinky toes. Don't lie. Don't lie. Angry puppy did. Stop trying to make me cute, guys. Stop it. Stop it. Whoa. Please drink some water, though, Nuke. Please. Okay, I drink water. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Not because you told me or anything. Keep acting that way. I'm gonna get you some freaking Mpreg art. I still need to get some of that. I do. But you're a pixie. So what if I'm a pixie? What do you mean still? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, there's 2 dumb notes on me. Oh shit, my cornbread is done. My cornbread. Your cornbread. Where is the April Fool's stream? I can't find it on YouTube. It is on YouTube. It's called V-Hub is Coming For You. So search up Tiny Pixie Day. V-Hub is Coming For You live stream. It's not on the videos area. It's in the live stream area. Went to the store and came back to murder Fairy. I'm not a fairy. I'm a pixie. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Hold on. Okay. I leave to reach a shitty scene of Avatar Season 2 and Day is bloody with an axe. The fuck did y'all do? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's the circle of life. And it leads us all. Okay. We are getting about to the hour mark, and we are going to be jumping into the FNAF stuff. So do you do all the voices? Yes, I do. I actually have a show that I'm starting. It's called A Day in the Life, where I will be voice acting all the characters in that show. I can show you guys it real quick. FNAF? Yes. Hold on. So basically, in case you guys don't know, I am somebody that does script writing and stuff like that behind the scenes as well. So I decided to work on my own little project. Called A Day in the Life, and I have the pilot episode out. It's at 742 views. When we get to 1,000 views, we'll upload the next video. Maybe. I don't know. So, let me show you guys the first episode. Okay, I'm almost set up. Alrighty, testing stream. Ready? 1, 2. Not again. I didn't eat your hedgehog. I know you fucking ate it. You left your fucking drool all over the cage, you fucking retard. I'm going to fucking kill you. Do you have to kill each other in my room? Shut the fuck up and get out of the
away. I'm stuffing that bitch in the dryer. It tasted gross anyways, like moldy socks.
How do you know what that tastes like? Whatever.
We've been over this, you carb slut. Tater was a pet. Pets aren't supposed to be eaten. If not supposed to eat, then why name it after food?
It's kind of your fault. You know how Blubby is.
You can go in the dryer with her. I'm calling Mom. Mom! Snatch! Move, bitch! Hey, slut. What's up with Tiff?
Blubby ate her hedgehog, so now Tiff is trying to get Mom to co-sign her murder.
That's crazy. Anyway, Day, can you take me to the clinic?
What mistake did you sit on this week?
Coach John isn't a mistake. He has a convertible and he bought me these new nails.
Neat. Gross. Those are also like $10 on Amazon.
So, can you take me now or like now? I'm sorry, Tater. Stop biting my tummy.
Do not puke on my bed again.
I don't think it's herpes, but...
Shut up, let's go.
What about your bed?
I know you've seen worse things in bed.
I feel better now. I fucked Carl once, and I didn't even come from the piss play.
I need you to talk less and leave more.
That's what Coach John said. Monies!
I swear I locked that.
Why do you have locks on your windows?
Not everyone is letting in strangers at 2 a.m. for a hot pocket and a quick fuck.
I have needs.
Needless.
Did you guys like it? Did you like it? I hope you guys liked it because I love it. I love that one. I think, listen, it needs a little bit of work, but we figured some fun stuff out. We figured out some ways to make it look cleaner. So episode 2 is going to look a lot better than the first one. But we're still in the script writing phase for episode 2. But it should be done pretty quickly. Maybe for once you could put aside your hatred of fairies and bring Cyrano around, but also cool. It's cute. Thank you. I feel better now. Yeah. Yeah. Apropos of nothing, but I like the little motif that you use on stuff like the title splash. Thank you. Feels like a sitcom of the days. It really is. Call episode 1 a proof of concept. Yeah. I respect the vision. Thank you. FNAF lore time. FNAF lore time. Let me load up the video. 1 second. All right. I'm impressed. Thank you. Peak Cinema. Thank you. Thank you. Been a hot minute since I saw this, lol. Yeah, honestly, I'm really happy that it has like 700 views now. When we first streamed it, it had only about, I don't know, 200 views. And now it has like 700 views. That's crazy. W Range, by the way, thank you. I will drag you down more holes. Yay! Gonna have to check out, here, dearie. Bye, Inquisitor. Thank you so much. Can't wait for you to deep dive into the FNAF lore. Yes, I'm so ready for this. I'm so ready for this. So this isn't me going through articles and finding all kinds of stuff. There is a video called The Entire FNAF Timeline, and that's what we're going to be watching today. It's so confusing but peak. I'm so excited. Hi, Day. Hi, Willow. How are you? Hello. How are you doing, sweetie? Hello. OMG, I love FNAF lore. Do you? I'm going to learn it right now because, like, I've always been confused because I always used to watch, like, the Markiplier FNAF videos, but I never understood the lore, man. You're in for a treat. Hell yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so pumped for this. All right, let's get into it, dudes. Savage, thank you so much for the follow.
Welcome to the Shimmy Army. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Yeah, it's a lot for one person to figure out, even close enough, which is why it was a community thing. MatPat just helped put it together and spread it. But even after him, many new people continue it. This one is good. Could we expect a potential playthrough in the future? Yes. So my goal is for all the games that we do like research on, I want to eventually play them myself to get an understanding. But the main reason why I go into the lore of these videos or of these games is because, like I said, I'm a storyteller. I want to learn more. I want to learn from the professionals, and I want to learn especially from the communities where they have fan bases that absolutely love and admire their lore, because I hope that one day I can create something so amazingly beautiful that people look into my lore the way that people look into these communities' lore. You know what I mean? I find it really fascinating and it's really cool. So everybody get your glasses on. We're going to be studious today. We're going to be learning. Five Nights at Days will become a reality. It will become a reality. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? I don't know. What did he say? Supplies! You know what? That's a good one. You know what? Fair enough. Probably already going to be outdated or confusing. This was 1 year ago, so we will see. I did hear from people that this was a really good one to go into. So we will see how this one goes, and if there's anything wrong with it, you guys are here, so you guys can tell me. For any of you amazing FNAF fans that know the lore, please inform me. William, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Shimmy Army. I appreciate it. Welcome. Can I suggest other game lore? Yes. Right now I'm going kind of in an order of stuff that I was interested in. Because I feel like if I'm going into games that I feel interested in, that will be best. But you guys are more than welcome to tell me some lore and everything like that. I know last time we did the Backrooms. This time we're doing FNAF. Another time I do want to get into the Zelda lore. Because I really like Zelda and I love its theme.
We don't have the budget for that.
We do have the budget for that, Summer. And then what else? There's quite a few other ones. Hi, baby. My doggy's in here. Hi, princess. Hi, gorgeous. My little sugar plum. Okay. That's a funny one. Zelda has cool lore. I'm excited. I think I might even do like a Final Fantasy lore as well, a couple other lores, but I know one of my friends was suggesting Halo lore, so yeah, just drop some recommendations. It's gonna take me a while before I get to them, but I promise I will be looking at them, and anything that we think is really cool we'll be going into. Oh Lord, Final Fantasy lore. Ooh. I'd recommend the Code Vein lore. Okay. Oh, maybe Crash Bandicoot? Dude, I played Crash Bandicoot once, and it was on my cousin's PlayStation. I was so bad at it, he threw me out. Oh, speaking of Zelda, did you watch the short where Link is the villain? I haven't. Okay. Let us continue! The lore stuff I like, I usually research myself and find videos by other lore fans who made good ones. That makes sense. I was literally about to suggest FNAF lore video today. Ella, really? Okay, let us get into it. Hello, YouTube! Welcome in. My name is Tiny Pixie Day. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be deep diving and researching the FNAF timeline. So today we will not be doing an independent research study. This is a video compiled by FNAF, and it claims to have the entire FNAF timeline.
We will see if that is true. But if there is anything missing or things that need to be corrected, feel free to talk about it in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube, by the way. If you don't subscribe to YouTube, your mom's a whore. And I can't help you with that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. But, like, you don't want your mom to be a whore, right? What? I am subscribed to YouTube. Then your mom's not a whore. Congratulations. Not FNAF. I'm getting Matt Pat flashbacks. Oh, no. I went and made dinner, ate dinner, and washed my dishes, and still made it back in time. Thank you, Yep Master. You're welcome, Chrono. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
She can sing.
All back, all of them, together in one place.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a franchise with over a decade's worth of content, spanning countless games, books, and now a movie. There's a reason that no matter whose timeline you watch, they all look different. Making a FNAF timeline is not easy. There are so many ways you can interpret this story, and this is mine. So let's start at the beginning. Back in the 70s, a company called Fazbear Entertainment got its start by creating different props and mascot costumes for carnivals, and specifically for something called the Fall Fest. The Fall Fest featured various mascot characters, such as a bird, an elephant, and the most popular of all, Fredbear and Bonnie. These specific mascot costumes were so popular, Fazbear Entertainment opened a dedicated restaurant for them called Fredbear's Family Diner, featuring the same Fredbear and Bonnie mascot costumes from the Fall Fest. What Fazbear Entertainment didn't account for, though, was one of their animatronics from the Fall Fest going rogue, ending in a giant fire, with most of everything from the Fall Fest being destroyed.
Wait, I didn't... Hold on. I didn't know that's where the lore started. Day beware, you're in for a scare. Stop it. I'm getting flashbacks. Oh my gosh. I actually did not know it started with a circus. I didn't know that. FNAF 1 isn't the start of the timeline. I love that fan game. Me either. Okay, so is this base... Okay, what he just said about the circus, I don't believe that's FNAF 1, right? Do you guys know which FNAF game that one's from? Due to the secret of this, most of this intro is actually not true, but the Fall Fest and Fire is. Okay.
Fest going rogue, ending in a giant fire, with...
This is from Secret of the Mimic. One of the problems with the lore is how hard the lore goes. It gets convoluted if you aren't paying attention. I didn't play or watch this game. This video technically came out before the release of FNAF Secret of the Mimic. Okay, gotcha. Okay, sounds good.
Most of everything from the Fall Fest being destroyed. The specifics about the animatronic that went rogue and the fire are unknown, and will likely be revealed next year in FNAF's next big release. Although we don't know much about how this fire occurred, we do know that after the fire, Fazbear Entertainment started phasing out of the mascot costume era. They needed something new. The two men who helped found Fazbear Entertainment, William Afton and Henry Emily, stepped up to the plate. William Afton was mostly the businessman of the two, handling all of the money, while Henry was the more creative one. with him being in charge of building most of the animatronics and props for the company. With the Fall Fest era of the company coming to a close, they were only left with Fredbear's Family Diner, the standalone restaurant created for the Fredbear and Bonnie characters. In order to replace the mascot versions of Fredbear and Bonnie, Henry went to work on new versions of the characters, eventually creating the new Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. The same characters, but with new designs and new suits. Henry called them Springlock suits. These suits are able to double as both an animatronic and a suit that the employees could wear. To switch the suit from animatronic mode to suit mode, the employees could use a hand crank to pull back the animatronic parts, leaving room for them to climb inside. The spring locks that were helping to hold back those animatronic parts were very sensitive though, and with even a little bit of moisture, the spring locks could potentially snap shut, crushing and killing whoever was inside. But if that ended up happening, Fazbear Entertainment had some common sense procedures set in place.
In case that the spring locks come loose while you are wearing a suit, please try to maneuver away from populated areas before bleeding out, as to not ruin the customer experience.
Fredbear's
Okay, Disney. Dude, have you guys actually heard of that? Have you guys heard about how Disney is, right? Yeah, Disney, that you, right? Because Disneyland, right? If you get into an accident at Disneyland or any of the Disney parks, right? The ambulance and the nurses and doctors, if they think you're gonna die, they just take you out of the Disney parks so that way you can't die in Disney. So that way it can remain the happiest place on earth with no deaths. So I'm just saying, if somebody did, now, this is a theory, some could say, a game theory, right? But let's say hypothetically, if you did die in Disney, you're probably never gonna get revealed that you died. They gonna hide that shit, in my opinion, in a hypothetical stance. Allegedly, you know, I don't believe that that's happened, but I'm just saying, with that rule in place, it seems like it's something that could happen. Disney gonna get day? No! So I'm gonna cut that out if you think I could get sued for that. Thank you. They pretend you are alive and say you died after you left. Yeah. Yes, you can't die on Disneyland or Disney World property. It's ridiculous. It's a Disney theory. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Die in the suit, just pretend to be next to them chilling till they are picked up. Look up Disney Matterhorn accidents. Well, did you guys see that latest Disney accident where the kid fell off the fucking mountain? He got out of the fucking boat ride and just fell 50 feet down. I don't know what happened to that kid. I haven't heard if he's good or not. I pray that he is. But that shit's scary, dude. Yeah, gosh. I think she's on to us, Mickey. What the fuck? Also, yes, big Disney vibes like that time. They fed a woman something with peanuts and she was allergic and didn't listen to her when she said, I can't have peanuts. I could be misremembering. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know about that story personally. Whatchamacallit? No, and you know, it's crazy. Did you guys know? Okay, did you know they have tunnels underneath Disney? Alright? Listen, I'm gonna go into my little conspiracy theory stuff, alright? But have you guys seen all the fucking, like, scary stories they say about the underground tunnels there at Disney? Yeah. And I know there's tunnels because I went under the tunnels! I've been in Disney's tunnels before! I've been in Disney tunnels before, guys! It's crazy! Okay? Now, it wasn't creepy when I was there, right? Because, so basically, the tunnels are so that way the Disney characters can go to their designated area when they're in costume, right? Without being seen by everybody in the Disneyland area and Disney parks, right? And so I had to go underneath the tunnels. I've never worked at Disney. I just want to clarify. But I did get a chance because I was in choir. My school, when I was in high school, we were able to go underneath the tunnels to do a performance. And we were exploring Disneyland, some behind the scenes stuff in case we ever went into music, because they're like, if you become a musician, you can come and you can work for us and stuff like that. It was really cool. It was a really fun experience, and it was really nice. Okay, I just have to clarify, that was probably one of the best times of my life, low key. It was so much fun, but being able to go underneath the tunnels was so trippy, because then, you know, like you just hear about like all the scary shit that happens in the tunnels when it's dark and nighttime at Disney. Like, it's just like, ugh! Like, I could totally see it being more creepy, because we went during the daytime underneath the tunnels. Hey, there's underground tunnels in FNAF 2. No way! Yes, and the husband couldn't sue because he had recently subbed to Disney Plus, which had a clause saying they were not responsible for all incidents regarding Disney properties or something like that. That's crazy. Hello, Day. Hi, Night Owl. Hello. I think the film theorists cover that incident. How fitting. That's crazy. That's so scumbaggy. Yeah, that's really scummy. That's a really scummy. Disney tunnels. Disney tunnels. Hello, I hope you're having a good day. Hi, Robert. Hello. Yes, I'm having a great day. How are you? Hello. Sorry, I just had to say Disney. Needless to say, my point was Disney. You know? Just there. That's it. No, it's that he had to handle anything through arbitration, not the legal system. Disney Day? Disney Day. Also, weird fun fact, when I was on dating apps years ago, I matched with Prince Charming from Disney, and we almost went on a date. We didn't, because I wasn't willing to go to the city. I wasn't willing to go to LA. But yeah, that was a thing. I don't know if it's the same guy. I don't know if he still works there or not. I don't know. But I did think that was funny. I just thought that was really weird. I thought that was a really weird experience. Just like, I have technically matched with Prince Charming. And he still wasn't the one. Disney. I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear it. Your love life is a trip, sis. I know, man. It's fucking weird. But yeah, that was a fun fact. Day lore within the FNAF lore. Okay, let's get back into it. I would joke and say you almost found your Prince Charming. Match with Prince Charming still wasn't the one. What do women want? This is a joke. Well, actually, from what I heard about him after, was that, you know what? I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna speculate because I didn't even know him like that. Like, we didn't even talk very much. So I'm not gonna slander his name. I don't really know him. But the guy that I had matched with at the time, I heard he was a massive hoe at the Disney parks. Depends on if he kept himself handsome. Being a human actor there is probably rough. Yeah. Classic Spanish girly spreading gossip, JK. Oh, listen, I'm a chismosa! And the only way I found out he was a hoe was because I saw a TikTok about him from one of the other Disney actors. I do know there's a bunch of stray cats at the Disneyland to keep the mouse problem down. Yeah, there is. All the cats are so cute. But anyways, let's get back into it.
That ended up happening, Fazbear Entertainment had some common sense procedures set in place.
In case that the spring locks come loose while you're wearing
We don't have the budget for that.
Maneuver away from populated areas before bleeding out. as to not ruin the customer experience.
Fredbear's Family Diner ended up being super successful for William and Henry, so much so that other companies tried replicating it. Another company proceeded to rip off Fazbear Entertainment's old mascot characters by creating their own animatronic versions of them. The leader of the group was Ned Bear, a direct copy of Fredbear, followed by a hippo, an elephant, and a frog, all characters from the Fall Fest, and all with slightly different designs to avoid copyright issues. But while the rival company was able to replicate the designs, they could not replicate Henry's state-of-the-art technology. Their robots were poorly made and had to have giant batteries with exposed wires on stage with them. Naturally, the rival company failed and ended up being bought out by Fazbear Entertainment. With all of the success from Fredbear's Family Diner, William and Henry decided to branch out and create more characters for a new restaurant. In 1983, William and Henry opened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, featuring Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. With the opening of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Fazbear Entertainment was experiencing success like they've never seen before. But with two restaurants now open at the same time, more success also meant more work for William and Henry. The duo were so wrapped up in work that they started neglecting their own families. William was the father of 3 kids, the eldest, Michael, the crying child, and Elizabeth. The crying child has yet to have a 100% confirmed name, so for this video, he will just be called the crying child. Meanwhile, Henry had 1 kid, a daughter named Charlie. The business partners spent most of their days working, so they both created different ways of taking care of their kids. Henry was the robotics genius, so he used his talents to create a new animatronic to watch Charlie for him. It was called the security puppet. This animatronic would sit by the door of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and make sure that Charlie wasn't able to leave the building. This made it so Charlie could play at the restaurant while Henry worked, without Henry having to worry about her leaving the building or getting kidnapped. The robot was linked directly to a green bracelet that Charlie was wearing. If Charlie, wearing the green bracelet, tried leaving the building, the security puppet would spring into action. William, on the other hand, was the businessman of the company. He cared more about making money, but also saving money. Naturally, he decided to just force his eldest son Michael to babysit while he was at work. Michael was mostly in charge of babysitting the crying child. The crying child didn't have many friends, but he did have a close relationship with his plushies. These plushies were of characters from his favorite show, Fredbear and Friends, Fazbear Entertainment's newest cartoon, featuring Fredbear, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. The crying child's favorite character, though, was Fredbear. He especially loved his Fredbear plushie. Although he loved the plushie version of the characters, the animatronics would soon become a different story. One day, while visiting Fredbear's Family Diner, the crying child saw something that would scar him for the rest of his life. While wandering the restaurant, he walked by the employees only room, where an employee accidentally left the door open. Inside the room was his father, William Afton, helping another employee into a spring Bonnie suit. But through the eyes of the crying child, this looked like someone was literally being stuffed into an animatronic suit. The crying child was so young that he wasn't educated on how the mascot characters worked, so seeing a human be put inside of one terrified him. When a child experiences something traumatic, their brain naturally tries finding ways to deal with that trauma. The crying child's way of dealing with his trauma was by creating an imaginary friend. This imaginary friend.
Thank you so much, Lightning Cater, for the follow! Welcome to the Shumi Army. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. I saw FNAF lore, so I appear. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hi, all kinds of first-time chatters. Hello. Hi, Sprinkle Bell. Hello. And hello, the Sigma Gooner. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome in. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. Doc, what would you like to name your child? Well, it's a child and crying child. I was given a sub, so I joined. Welcome in. I appreciate it. Yes, I am learning about FNAF lore for the first time. Back in the days when I was a kid, I used to watch the Markiplier playthroughs. But I mainly watch the older stuff. Now I kind of just, I never really got fully into it, but I did watch the FNAF movies, and I've watched a couple of the gameplays, but not all of it, so we're trying to learn about it, and then we're going to be playing the games eventually. Not today, but eventually. So stick around. I hope you guys have fun. Hello. They did something like this in the last Five Nights at Candy's. In that story, the child witnesses a murder. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure in the latest movie they kind of referenced this scene, if I remember correctly. Where he sees the dad stuffing him into a costume. The movies are a mix of the games and the books, by the way. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that Five Nights at Freddy's had books. So it has books? That's crazy. It isn't supposed to be 1-to-1. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It's a little bit messy. I will lurk now. I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good day too. Thank you. Okay. Let's get back into it. It has 3 continuinities. The first movie had a lot of inspiration from the first book, Silver Eyes. Okay.
He especially loved his Fredbear plushie. Although he loved the plushie version of the characters, the animatronics would soon become a different story. One day, while visiting Fredbear's family diner, the crying child saw something that would scar him for the rest of his life. While wandering the restaurant, he walked by the employees only room, where an employee accidentally left the door open. Inside the room was his father, William Afton, helping another employee into a spring Bonnie suit. But through the eyes of the crying child, this looked like someone was literally being stuffed into an animatronic suit. The crying child was so young that he wasn't educated on how the mascot characters worked, so seeing a human be put inside of one terrified him. When a child experiences something traumatic, their brain naturally tries finding ways to deal with that trauma. The crying child's way of dealing with his trauma was by creating an imaginary friend. This imaginary friend took the form of the object he loved the most, his Fredbear plushie. His new imaginary friend Fredbear followed him wherever he went, shape-shifting into flowers, hiding behind cars, and in the sewers, with nobody being able to see him except for the crying child. When the crying child was overwhelmed, the plushie would talk to him and try to calm him down. Even when the plushie wasn't around, it was still able to speak to him, because it lived in his mind. While the crying child was dealing with the trauma of seeing what he thinks was someone being stuffed into a suit, his brother Michael was only making it worse. Michael knew about what happened with his younger brother and used it against him. Every day while babysitting the crying child, Michael would put on a foxy mask, hide somewhere in the house, and jump scare his little brother.
That's so fucked up. Why am I getting scared? Is there gonna be a jump scare? I feel like there's gonna be a jump scare.
From the pizzeria to your living room, you no longer have to wait to sing and dance with Fredbear and Friends. Weeknights at 8/7 Central, only on...
Fuck, I'm scared, bro. Why is it so scary? I didn't know I was signing up for jump scares today. Please don't jump scare me. Please. Poor kids having a panic attack and shit. Shit, I might have a panic attack. Woo! You motherfucker! I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And yet, it still fucking scared me. Why? Why am I such a sucker? Why? I hate scary things. I'm such a pussy, man. Oh. Oh.
Oh! That. Fuck, dude. I know FNAF is a scary movie, right? I know FNAF is a scary movie. Or, I mean, not a movie. Well, yes. But, like, I know it's a scary franchise, right? But this guy, I was not expecting a YouTube video to try and jump scare me. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think it would try and jump scare me, but it fucking jump scared me. So, kudos to you. You did your job. I'm so proud of you, Pookie, but I'm scared. Also, that older brother is a fucking asshole. He is such a dick, bro. Because, listen, I love bullying my brothers, same as the next guy, right? I'm the oldest, so I bully my brothers at times. Never since they've been able to beat my ass. But I have bullied my brothers before, especially growing up. And I was not that bad. I never did stuff that would intentionally scar them. Like, one of my brothers was really scared of the dark, right? Like, he could not sleep by himself because he was so afraid of the dark. So, I never did some stupid shit like locking him into a room when it was fully dark. Like, you know, like, that's just stuff that you just don't do. Like, I think that's so fucked up. Ugh. It's just, like, use some common sense, you know? Day, that was a fan animation they made to show how scary it would be if animated in 3D instead of the 8-bit scenes in the game, by the way. Huh. The FNAF fan songs are pretty good, too. Yeah, they are. They are. I do like a lot of the FNAF fan songs. Well, teens and kids are assholes a lot. Yeah, but not to that extent. That is, you guys have to understand, that is an extreme level of, like, assholery from children. Like, that's really fucked up. That's really fucked up. Let's see. Ooh, the red eyes. Whoever did the animating cooked big time. Yeah. Double day voice? What do you mean double day voice? What, you got double in my voice? Huh? YouTube removed the dislike button for shorts now? Did they really? Hey Pixie, you won't believe. Were you trying to dislike one of my shorts? Chancla, were you trying to dislike one of my shorts? Because if you were, that's a dick move. You're not coming up as double for me? No, I was disliking an AI short. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay, I thought you were trying to imply something. Hi, Wade Cousin. Hello. Alright. Let us continue. I'm not gonna watch through the whole thing. Why did I go back to the fucking jump screen? Hold on, I'm gonna close my eyes for this one. I don't have to really get scared. Okay.
Through all of Michael's bullying, the crying child's imaginary friend Fredbear would comfort him and talk him through the situation, saying, "You know he is hiding again. Be careful. Tomorrow is another day." Michael wasn't the only one bullying the crying child, though. The local kids in the neighborhood heard about why the crying child was so scared of the pizzeria, even making up fake rumors related to what the crying child thought he saw there. "You'd better watch out. I hear they come to life at night. And if you die, they hide your body and never tell anyone." But all of this bullying would come to a head on one special day, the crying child's birthday. Ironically, his birthday party was being held at Fredbear's family diner. Because he was so terrified of being at the pizzeria, he hid under the table, not knowing that Michael and his friends were nearby, planning a prank that would go terribly wrong.
Make sure you grab your pizza. Fredbear and Spring Bonnie will be performing in 5 minutes.
No. No. No.
Michael and his friends lifted the crying child up to, quote, give Fredbear a big kiss, and Fredbear bit down on him, leaving his body to go limp. Michael and his friends quickly stopped laughing. Because of Michael's immature behavior, his terrified younger brother paid the ultimate price. Although the crying child was badly hurt, he didn't immediately die. Because of the immense brain damage, he slipped into a coma. After being treated at a hospital, the crying child was taken home so he could be comfortable, surrounded by his only friends, his plushies. In the crying child's final moments, Michael decides to apologize for what he's done, saying, "Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sorry." After Michael speaks, the crying child's imaginary friend Fredbear, created out of the trauma he experienced, continues doing what it's done the whole time. It comforts him, saying, "You're broken. We are still your friends. Do you still believe that? I'm still here. I will put you back together." This would be the final thing the crying child hears before he dies. The crying child's spirit would then live on in the Fredbear suit, the thing that took his life. The crying child's death wasn't just an accident. It was directly caused by Michael's recklessness. This is something that Michael could potentially face jail time for, so it needed to be covered up. Since the crying child was being kept at home, no one else knew that he ended up passing away. So William and Michael ended up burying the crying child's body in the middle of the woods where no one would find him. No tombstone, no flowers, just a pile of dirt, an unmarked grave, and a lifetime's worth of guilt that Michael would have to live with. Shortly after the incident, Fredbear's family diner was quickly shut down, and
Stop it! Stop it! I'm learning! I'm learning! Oh, dude. Dude! Dude! The Blotto! Thank you so much for the follow! Welcome to the Shroomy Army. I appreciate you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, it's the Blood Eel. Hello. You look like your mind was buffering? No! I was just shocked and appalled and disgusted by the brother's actions. That's why I say this was not a kid just being a fucking dickhead. This was not a kid just being a kid and bullying his younger brother. This was a kid that had malicious intentions. And he should have went to jail. He should have. That's so sad. The little boy literally died from what he was terrified of the most. Imagine your worst fear coming to life and that being the way you die, bro. And then you have to live the rest of your life through that same fear, and that fear that you feared so much comforts you and decides to bring you back to life and give your spirit meaning again. That is fucking evil! That's evil! As a young teen, consequences are hard to understand. No. Listen. I was a teenager. I was a young teen before I was the oldest in my family. All right? There is nothing that I would not do for my younger brothers. Now, was I perfect? No. Did I fuck up? Yes. Did I make mistakes? Yes. Have I hurt my brothers before? Yes. Have I accidentally did things that were pushed a little too far? Sure. I'm human after all, right? But kids understand what they're doing, and they understand that they're tormenting their siblings in doing that, right? He probably didn't think it would go that far. I understand that. But even at that, I think this is very much a parenting issue, because this all could have been avoided if his parents were taking care of the kids. 100%. Like, yes, the child is 100% in the wrong, and I do think the child should learn from his actions. Because I do think if he just gets away with shit like this, it's gonna continue that bad stuff, right? But the parents 100% are to blame for this situation happening. 100%. That kid never liked Fredbear, but didn't care for Spring Bonnie because it never showed up as a nightmare because his father wore the suit slot and saw it as comfort. Michael was just being a dickhead. In the story, he was making his brother kiss the animatronic as a joke, but he accidentally puts him in the head to get his head crushed. It was an accident because he was a dumbass jerk. He didn't try to kill him. I don't think he was intentionally trying to kill him, right? But that's the thing, is you are when your kid is insensitive and feels joy from causing pain to others, you failed as a parent. You failed as a parent. If your child enjoys tormenting others, those that are weaker than him, you failed as a parent. Involuntary manslaughter, basically. Yeah, he should face consequences and be disciplined, of course. Exactly. But that's why I say I don't think the kid was necessarily intentionally evil, but the problem is that he was being sadistic and enjoying bringing pain and hearing his brother cry. If you can hear somebody cry, and this is my biggest thing, if you hear somebody cry, like cry tears of fear, fears of pain, fear, like tears of sorrow, if that brings you joy, then you have something wrong with you. You genuinely have something wrong with you. That is sick. No matter what age you are. And that's why when you are a child, you don't know the difference between right and wrong, right? And that's where I blame his parents. You know, his parents were to blame for that. However, that kid was being sadistic and was enjoying torturing his brother because that's what it was. It was his brother's biggest fear. It was his brother's biggest fear, and he enjoyed torturing him. Really never loved the oldest one? Yeah, we don't know much of the mother, only the father, aka William. Yeah. That's why I say, like, no, I don't think that we should just give the kid a slap on the wrist and be like, tee, you fucked up, but it was an accident, so you're forgiven. No. No, you shouldn't be like that. That shouldn't be how it is. That kid enjoys seeing people hurt. And now he understands that it went too far, but it was already too late. You know what I mean? William Afton never loved the oldest one. That's not a excuse, in my opinion. Juvie for the oldest in boot camp, yeah. Because that behavior, it can be changed if they're still a kid. But this was really sad. Did he notice the crying child never saw the father's spring Bonnie suit as a nightmare because he wore it often? Yeah. Michael at least showed he wasn't heartless. He stayed by his brother's bed and apologized, but it was too late, of course. That's the problem. You know, and that's why I say, like, because kids think that, and this is again why I say it's a parent issue mainly. The parents are the main ones to blame in this situation, right? But like the fact that kids believe that they are untouchable. If a child has never experienced death before, they will think that they can live forever. You know, they think that they're invincible. That is natural because children are wholesome and they don't know the ways of the world yet, right? So, and because of that, he didn't see how drastically things could change.
you know, until it was too late. And that's the fault of the parent. 100%. Yeah, the father left his immature bully of an oldest son look after his little brother, not caring or knowing how they acted. Exactly. I feel like wearing the Fredbear suit would be more difficult because it had only 4 fingers. Spread Bonnie had full 5. What do you call William when he plays video games? Minecrafted. How dare you? Okay. Alrighty. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Fredbear was completely wiped from existence. The Fredbear and Friends TV show turned into Freddy and Friends on tour. The Fredbear and Spring Bonnie Springlock suits also ended up being moved into the back room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, mainly being used as spare suits if one of the Freddy's animatronics broke down. The death of William Afton's youngest son was a pivotal moment in this story, specifically William Afton's story. This was the first domino to fall. A father losing his son is a traumatic situation, and while any other father would take time to grieve, be sad, and properly deal with such a big loss, William Afton took a different route. Afton definitely was upset about his son dying, but it wasn't because he felt bad for his son, it was because it was embarrassing to him. William Afton was a narcissist. He had little to no empathy. All he cared about was work and comparing himself to his business partner, Henry. Henry had a wife, a kid.
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me right now? You have got to be kidding me. Oh, hell no. See, this is why I do not fuck with this man at all. Oh my god, this fucking psychotic bitch. You know what's embarrassing, William? You know what, William? You're right. You know what, William? William. You're right. You are a failure. Thank you so much, Savage, for subscribing. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. I appreciate you. Welcome. You know what? William, you are a failure. You are. You are a pathetic waste of space. You're right. You failed. You couldn't even keep up. You couldn't keep up with your coworker at all. You couldn't keep up at all. See, at least your coworker was able to keep his child safe. What did you do? You let them down. You let yourself down. Congratulations. I hope that you remember how much of a failure you are every night before you go to sleep. I'm pissed! Gremlin Day. Okay, our streamer has snapped. Well, it is a bit up to interpretation to how William felt about this event, but it wasn't normal or healthy. That's consistent. Well, the thing is, right, is my irritation with all this. Day, why you talk to him like he's real? Because he is real! Alright? He may be a fictional character, but technically, I'm just an anime girl on the internet. So, we're living in the same timeline, alright? This motherfucker's real somewhere. He's real to me! Exactly. Okay, listen. Here's my thing, right? Because I kind of understand, I understand that we can't know for certainty how William Afton felt. However, if you are a narcissist, you
technically that is probably how you would deal with it, because narcissists are very concerned with their image, of their self-image. In fact, it's why my ex would beat on me, because I wasn't keeping up with the image he wanted me to. Because he planned everything out to be and look and behave a certain way. And if I stepped out of line, I would get in trouble for it, right? And that's probably how he raised his children as well. Yeah, he also cared more about his daughter more than his sons, that's for sure, in the lore. And narcissists are the type of people where they want to be praised, right? Narcissists don't care about a lot in the world, but what they do care about is their ego and their reputation. Because they like to perceive themselves as better than others, right? They love to get a pat on the back. A pat on the back is something that a narcissist craves. You know what I mean? And that's why whenever a narcissist tries to play their narcissistic games, I am very much of the standard. I enjoy humbling people now. It is actually one of my favorite things to do in life sometimes. Him being a narcissist isn't said anywhere in the media. That's from this video only. Is it? Yeah, he has a rivalry sorta with Henry, especially in some interpretations. I would say we'll see how more of this video portrays him, but I'm going based off this video only. If he is a narcissist, this makes sense. William has a family man in the lore. William was a family man in the lore. Okay, we will see. We will see. He just hated his oldest son. That's ridiculous. But let's continue. Let's continue, and we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I'm not happy though. William only ever wanted one child.
Was upset about his son dying, but it wasn't because he felt bad for his son, it was because it was embarrassing to him. William Afton was a narcissist. He had little to no empathy. All he cared about was work and comparing himself to his business partner, Henry. Henry had a wife, a kid, and a talent for robotics that Afton was utterly jealous of. The death of the crying child sent Afton over the edge, because while Henry's family was still perfect, his was now broken. Henry and William had different ways of taking care of their kids. And while Afton employing his eldest son failed, Henry's security puppet succeeded. Henry's daughter, Charlie, lived on. Afton had a hard time dealing with this feeling of embarrassment. He started becoming an alcoholic, frequently visiting the local bar called Junior's. One night, though, after drinking a little too much and getting kicked out of the bar, he decided that he was going to settle the score with Henry. Afton, drunk and filled with rage, drove from the bar to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where he knew Charlie was being watched over by Henry's security puppet. Afton planned on risking everything to kill Henry's daughter, Charlie. He didn't care if he got caught, and he didn't care if he went to prison. But when Afton got to Freddy's, he noticed that Charlie was standing outside by herself. It turned out that some bullies were able to trap the security puppet in its box and lock Charlie outside the building, giving Afton the perfect opportunity to kill Charlie outside of the pizzeria. The security puppet was eventually able to escape its box and went looking for Charlie. As Afton sped away, the puppet noticed that Charlie was outside in the pouring rain. It then did what it was programmed to do and went to protect her. But as the puppet got closer to Charlie's body, the rain started making it short-circuit. It was forced to crawl its way over to her until the rain got to be too much and the puppet shut down right next to Charlie's body. While Charlie and the puppet lay lifeless next to each other, Afton was speeding home, driving right past where he buried his son and the bar he got kicked out of. When Afton got home, he was met with his wife sitting in the living room watching TV, and Michael in his bedroom. Afton was a drunk and abusive father, and fully blamed Michael for what happened to his youngest son. Mrs. Afton tells him to leave Michael alone because he's had a tough day, but Afton doesn't listen. He goes over to Michael's room and pounds on the door, only for the door to be locked. He then makes his way around the house to try and find a way in from the outside, but once he gets to Michael's bedroom window, he notices that it's broken, and Michael was gone. Michael was so upset by what he did to his brother that he would sometimes see visions of Fredbear appear and disappear. Tonight, Fredbear appeared outside his bedroom window, and it almost felt like his brother was calling out to him from beyond the grave. This would happen frequently, and every time it did, Michael would run to the spot where they buried his younger brother, only to find that nothing had changed. His younger brother was still gone and buried in the ground. Afton knew Michael did this often, saying, "Ran off to that place again. He will be sorry when he gets back." The guilt of killing his younger brother haunted Michael in his real life, but also in his dreams. Michael would constantly have nightmares about the animatronic that took his brother's life. These were the exact same nightmares his younger brother used to have every night, now passed on to him.
Damn, dude. That's horrifying. Okay. Now, to all you FNAF people, is this true to the story? Did William Afton actually kill Henry's daughter and then come back to whoop his own kid's ass and or kill his other son? I told you it will get worse. Yup. Yes. Yep. It is a fact. Oh. Okay, first off, okay, I will have to say, I always thought that fucking robot was scary. The security robot clown girl. She is terrifying to look at. However, my heart hurts so bad for her. She got trapped. Yeah, puppet. She got trapped, wanted to protect her baby because she sees that child as her fucking baby. Okay? Then realizes she failed and then decides to die right next to her. That's so sad, bro. That's so sad. William Afton, when I get you, boy. When I get you. Oh, when I get you. When I catch you, you sick son of a bitch. I will crush every beer bottle you have ever drank. And I will turn it into microfibers. And I will pour it down your throat. Let you get 1,000,000 paper cuts on the inside of your body. And hope that you piss it out. Where's the bolter? I don't have the bolter on this model. I'm sorry. Ugh! I'm so mad. I hate this man. Also, yes, guys, please no spoilers. Please. Let me write it in all the chats. Please, no spoilers. 。
And then beep. And then beep. Still raging at a fictional character gremlin? Yes, because he deserves to get raged at. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous! Alright. Let's keep going. But it's fun to see Day go psycho over the story, lol. It's a fun video regardless of accuracy, and a lot of the story has to be filled in through context to actual things presented. Yeah, until all of the story is fully fleshed out with accurate statements, people are going to make their own interpretations of it. So, again, if I mess up on something or the video messes up on something, feel free to let me know. But I will be making judgments and assumptions based off this video being factual, hopefully, and thinking that it's factual, but we will do our own deep dive in the future. Thank you, Day Camping stuff on mobile. No worries. That's why we love FNAF lore. It's a community project. It's a community project. Now let's continue to watch this. Also, I do feel bad for Michael. I do feel bad because he was a child that just didn't understand going too far was. Unfortunately, due to a failed parenting, he now will live with the consequences of his actions.
Younger brother used to have every night, now passed on to him.
This is scary, bruh. No thank you. Brother, please! Please, 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 please. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry for talking shit. I'm sorry. Please. Please don't fucking kill me. Please don't kill me. Please. Please don't jump scare me again, man. Please. I'm just doing my job. Please. I didn't expect to get jump scared today. Oh my god. Please. 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 Please.
We don't have the budget for that.
Please. 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 Oh my god.
After the death of Charlie, Fazbear Entertainment tried their best at...
That was fucking... Listen, I'm sorry, but that shit is scary. That shit is so scary. I'm so sorry. That shit is so scary. That shit is so fucking scary. I can't, man. I can't. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy playing FNAF 4? Bro, I'm so scared. Day, will you play FNAF VR? I don't have VR. I don't have a VR headset. Maybe one day, though. Those eyes, though? Yeah. You got games on your phone? Someone buy her a VR headset? Bro, if someone bought me a VR headset, I would cry. I would genuinely cry. If you stick your head in a real animatronic's mouth, you're more liable to get your hair tangled in the gears and hear things whining and breaking as it tries to move. Yeah, she's referenced, but her character is minimal in games, literally cutscene only. Also, Day, another thing to consider is that the actual animatronics are so weak they can barely move, so one powerful enough to crush a human skull from any angle is way over designed. Actually, we never see the wife ever. We believe we saw the wife, but we don't know who that person actually was. Okay. Make sure it is a Valve Index. Okay. I do know that eventually we are going to be getting a VR in the future because I do want to get a 3D model one day.
but I just can't afford a VR headset right now. Valve Index is $1,000. Yeah, dude, that shit's so expensive, bro. Spring locks are real things, by the way. Okay. I wish I could drop a stack on a VR, by the way. Dude, same. I wish I could too. We just stopped a few minutes ago, lady. I'm sorry, okay? I'm a yapper. I'm a yapaholic. If you guys want my official takes on things, you're gonna have to sit down and understand I'm a yapaholic. And I apologize. However, I am here to react. And I'm not gonna do some, wow, that's crazy type of content, okay? I'm gonna give my actual opinions. I'm sorry, but I have to, and I yap a lot, okay? I need a sugar mama or something. Same. How dare you react in a reaction stream? I would love to enjoy VR. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who gets heavy motion sickness in VR. I've played on VR once or twice because my brother has VR, right? But he had like the meta one, and I think it's broken now, to be fair. Yeah, you could throw things at me all you want, but it doesn't make me wrong. I always prefer a yapper over a statue. Thank you. That's what you get? Yeah? You think that's what I get? I'm gonna pour Epstein salts down your asshole. Yeah. I'm gonna open it wide and gaping with my fucking foot, and then I'm gonna pour Epstein salts, and then I'll pour vinegar and baking soda in it. Alright? We're gonna turn your fucking ass into a volcano. Alright? A science fair project, one could say. Thank you. As a bonus, she's puntable daily. Epstein salts? Epsom salts, you mean? Oh, yeah, Epsom salts. I forgot what they were called. It's Epsom salt. Oh, I'm sorry. No, don't clip that. No, I fucked up. Wait, I fucked up. Gosh, damn it. I'm sorry. That's all. You know what? You know what? I deserve that. You know what? Fine. Epstein salts, they touch everywhere, whether you like it or not. Wait, do it again. I wasn't looking. The MetaQuest is far the most affordable and cost-effective VR headset. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I deserve that one. I do. A new meme has been born. Alright, I'll just shut the fuck up now. You know what? I'm done.
Mama?
After the death of Charlie, Fazbear Entertainment tried their best at covering it up. Fortunately for them and for William, the crime was committed outside, where no one was around to witness it. William was able to get away with everything, while Fazbear Entertainment never spoke of the incident again. The security puppet was quickly moved to the back room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where the retired Fredbear and Spring Bonnie suits resided. But something was different about the security puppet. Dark tears now appeared on the mask of the animatronic. Dark tears that weren't there before. This is something that Afton quickly noticed the next day when he went into work. He'd heard about what happened moments after he sped off. He knew the security puppet was found laying next to Charlie's body. So does that mean Charlie's soul now resided in the puppet? William definitely noticed that the puppet looked different, almost like it was haunted, almost like it was thinking. Other employees would eventually notice the same thing.
I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet thing. It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere.
After realizing the security puppet may be possessed by the spirit of Charlie, Afton went back and looked at the crying child's Fredbear plushie, only to find that it also seemed to be haunted. The crying child feared for his life every single day, and that plushie was something he was able to cry and pour his agony into. Afton believed that this is what caused the plushie to appear haunted. It wasn't made alive by the spirit of his son, it was made alive by the agony and fear his son poured into it. Afton quickly became obsessed with the concept of haunted objects, and more specifically, the power of human emotion. He needed to find out if this is something he could take advantage of. Afton then used all of his money he made from Fredbear's and Freddy Fazbear's Pizza to build a giant underground facility directly under his house. It was here that he would try to recreate what happened with his son, to recreate the fear and agony he experienced. In order to do this, Afton didn't take any chances. He needed to replicate exactly what his son went through every day. In order to do this, Afton built a replica of his house underground, along with his son's daily walk to Fredbear's family diner. He also built a makeshift bedroom where he could force kids to have the same nightmare every night. Afton would sit in his office watching them on the cameras that could be accessed using the passcode 1983, the year his son got bit. He also kept the crying child's Fredbear plushie on the desk as a reminder of what he was trying to replicate. In the makeshift bedroom, there were dummy animatronics that wheeled down the hallway. But the kids wouldn't see them as just blank dummies on wheels. Afton would pump hallucinogenic gas into the room to get the kids to think that what they were seeing was a monster. These nightmare gas canisters were being stored all throughout his underground
He was
facility.
doing a torture
and on the bed
chamber?
Of this makeshift bedroom was a Freddy plushie, in the hopes that the kids would pour their fear and agony into the plush, like his son did to his plushie. On the other side of the bunker, where Afton recreated the crying child's walk to Fredbear's, he placed a bunch of Fredbear plushies all over the place. These Fredbear plushies had walkie-talkies inside of them. This was Afton's way of recreating his son's imaginary friend that would talk to him wherever he went. Afton would speak to the kids through his walkie-talkie sitting in his private office. After setting up the bunker, Afton was only missing one more thing: the kids to run these experiments on. He needed a way to kidnap and capture kids without being caught, and he had the perfect way to do it.
The show will begin momentarily. Everyone, please stay in your seats.
Enter Circus Baby and the Funtime animatronics. These robots were specifically built by Afton to capture kids, featuring Circus Baby, Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, and Ballora. They feature advanced technology such as parental tracking, voice mimicking / luring, and storage tanks. Circus Baby, the star of the group, was even able to make ice cream as a way to lure kids to her. Once the kid got too close, a giant claw would reach out, grab them, and lock them in the animatronics storage tank. Some of the board members from Fazbear Entertainment were suspicious of these new animatronics.
She can dance. She can sing. She's equipped with a built-in helium tank for inflating balloons right at her fingertips. She can take song requests. She can even dispense ice cream.
With all due respect, those aren't the design choices we were curious about, Mr. Afton.
Afton even created a new restaurant for these animatronics called Circus Baby's Pizza World. Elizabeth, William Afton's daughter, was fascinated by Circus Baby. All she wanted to do was play with her, but Afton wouldn't let her.
Daddy, why won't you let me play with her? You let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go?
He strictly told her to stay away from the animatronic, but one day, she didn't listen. On the opening day of Circus Baby's Pizza World, another domino would fall in Afton's life, and Elizabeth would soon be the victim of his terrible misdeeds.
I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream, although I only did it once. What a wonderful day, though. I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables. I would always count the children. I'm not sure why. They usually played together in groups of 2 or 3. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Time to play. Ice cream. Something happened when there was one. I was no longer myself. There was screaming for a moment, but only for a moment.
In an instant, Elizabeth was grabbed by Circus Baby and thrown into her stomach hatch. The sheer force of her being grabbed and thrown into the robot's storage tank was enough to kill her almost instantly. This is something that William wasn't able to test. That was until his daughter became the test. William Afton now lost another one of his kids, but this time it was all his fault. After just one day of being open, Circus Baby's Pizza World was shut down. Afton covered up the incident by telling the public that the restaurant shut down due to gas leaks, but not everyone bought that story. The local newspaper wrote about the incident, saying, in other news, the grand opening of Circus Baby's Pizza World has apparently been canceled due to reported gas leaks in the building. Sources close to the establishment questioned the report, saying that strange activity around the area at night suggests something else is to blame. One local is quoted as saying, "Everything just stopped. There was so much excitement built around this place opening, and then they just stopped talking about it." A tenant from across the street claims to have witnessed a large group of cars surrounding the building during the night, and large pieces of equipment being taken out of the building under tarps. A few weeks later, the building was for sale. There is no comment yet from the local entrepreneur who financed the venture. That local entrepreneur, William Afton, successfully covered up everything. He was able to bring Circus Baby and the Funtime animatronics back down into his bunker, but once he got them there, he noticed something was different about Circus Baby. One distinct feature about Circus Baby was her blue eyes, but what once was blue eyes now were green, the same color as Elizabeth's. In that moment, he knew that his daughter's soul attached itself to the robot. Her soul lived on in Circus Baby. Afton knew that the way Charlie went on to possess the puppet was sloppy, and it was hard to recreate without getting caught. But what if the kids' bodies were hidden where no one would ever look? What if, just like his daughter, their bodies were stuffed into the animatronics? For Afton, Elizabeth's death quickly went from just another inconvenience to a scientific breakthrough. Afton
A scientific breakthrough. Somebody sedate me!
He was actually devastated at the loss of his daughter. No! If you are genuinely upset about your daughter dying, right? You don't use it as a scientific experiment and think, well, even though it happened and it really sucked, at least I got results from it. Let's do it again. You know what? I want to get, you guys know, like the wire, like the spiky wires at the top of like fences and stuff like that are supposed to cut you open if you try to climb over the fence. Uh Ew, what the hell is that? Dude. No fucking shot, bro. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. Dude, that's so disgusting. Okay, I think only people on YouTube were able to see that. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, I want to throw up. I want to throw up, dude. Oh my god. Not just a weird chatter. Someone in the YouTube chat, they're not there anymore, but they said they had dude, hold on. I feel so sick. They I don't even want to repeat what they said they had. Let's just say you guys don't want to know what just happened in YouTube chat. That was disgusting. I feel so sick, bro. I need to screenshot that for my mods. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, that was disgusting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to tell you. I don't even want to reiterate what that person said. Basically they said something very illegal and very gross and wood chipper worthy. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Mm. I hope you're okay, Day. Thank you, Yuki. Hi. Yeah, this theory has been outdated. Okay. Well, we will find another one to go into. But this is the one that we were given as of right now. Okay. Sorry. Give me a second. I'm sorry. That's just really gross. I uh ugh. Ugh. I just need a little break real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna play my raid video for you guys really quick to declutter my thoughts. Okay, I'll be right back. I will be right back. I'm sorry, guys. And then another time, a guy dressed up in a maid outfit and thought that that was gonna impress me. Open your eyes, baby girl. And I looked at it and I was just like, my name Day means great, powerful one. Mm-hmm. No! I can't do this anymore! No! There goes my wings!
Oh, never mind. It's a collectible. Okay, you can raise.
Put your hands up. You made a beautiful sword, but it's gonna poke a lot of assholes.
You need to drink milk.
You're right! I gotta go get milk. I just drank a shit ton of water thinking that would help. Oh my fucking... Hold on. I
Chat, we warned her.
Hold on.
Day.
Hold on. I gotta go. I'll be back. Hold on.
Day.
Eat my feet! You ever study psychology? No, I've just been through trauma. Ding! Keep playing with me, motherfuckers. You guys broke broke me. Are you proud of yourself? You broke me. My mom just sent me a text and was just like, why are people threatening you? And I was like, sorry, Mom. My mom is here. Tell my mom hi. She hasn't commented, but tell her hi. Everyone behave. Be nice. With your fat cock. Stop! Don't say that word, my mom! And they're like, I miss the TV. You miss her? I'm here.
I farted and a poopy almost slipped out.
And it fires this gigantic round.
What would your last words be? I've had harder! Guys, would you love me if I was your worm? I'd rather get fucking run over with a lawnmower. Fit me. Fit me right now.
Yada yada. Now bend over. I can tell people to do anything.
Okay, I need to stop air thrusting. That's not very demure and girly of me to. What can I say? I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. One more time.
100.
Suddenly her choice of anime of the year makes sense. Where are his nipples? Woo! Look at my fat head. I am now your official Q-tip. I was here first, you little fucking gremlin. Fucking come over here and catch these hands then, bitch. Ah! Who the fuck are you? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know who that fake bitch was. Hello, I'm so sorry. So sorry. 1 second, I need to send my brothers a message. Hi. Sorry, we're back to the show. Okay. Sorry, you okay now, hon? Yes, I'm fine. I just had to cool down for a second. Whatchamacallit. Sorry. Me and my family, we're gonna be taking a trip in December and hopefully be able to meet some of you guys. But we're trying to get plane tickets. Anyways, what I was going to say, yes, if you guys could just send me happy thoughts and prayers would be nice. I'd appreciate it. Okay. As I was going to say, I would like to get that wire from the top of the fence, tie it around his nutsack, and drag him by it. Yeah, drag it until it rips off. That would be nice. That would be nice. You need a minute, you take it, thank you. To cheer you up, I would like to tell you I've been teaching myself to bake bread and I have gotten myself excellent pizza dough down pat. I'm so proud of you. Hi, Crushing Grizzly. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Oh, gosh, Day. Sorry. Listen, I believe that people that hurt children should always... People that have intentions of hurting children and or hurt children in disgusting, gruesome ways should always...
Can you ban me for no reason, PLS?
Should always get that type of treatment.
Gamma Gun, thank you so much for the 1,000 biddies. Why would I ban you for no reason? I don't want to ban you. Why must I? Must I? Do you want to be banned? I don't wanna. If you want it, I'll do it. But I don't wanna. This theory has been outdated. Yes, that is what I've heard. This theory was about a year ago, so there will be parts of it that are wrong, but we're going to go based off of this info. Kinda. Well, it kinda isn't good enough. Thank you for the 500 biddies, but you don't need it. You don't need to spend your money to ask to get banned. I don't want to ban you though. What if you need someone to make your days a little bit happier? It's still overall very solid. Yeah, it seems like it's pretty good so far. So far, it seems pretty good. Okay. Let us continue, shall we? Shall we? Hold on, I think my YouTube screen froze.
Thank you very much, Sign.
Where's the child support, Day? What child support? Also, thank you, Minty! Thank you for resubscribing! I can't believe, oh my gosh. For 11 months at tier 1, they've been subscribed for 13 months. That's crazy. Actually crazy. Ugh. Hey Pixie, is this an LGBT supportive stream? I don't discriminate against anybody, but I will always say, people always have differing beliefs and everything like that. So as long as everybody stays respectful to each other and is kind to one another, you are appreciated here. Same as me. Woo! Try not to rage or cry challenge continues. Fuck it. I'm number 1 now.
FCK, I am number 1 now.
Thank you so much, Gamma Gun. Thank you so much for the 500 biddies. You are the number 1 biddy. You are the number 1 biddy. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty. Let us continue.
Her soul lived on in Circus Baby. Afton knew that the way Charlie went on to possess the puppet was sloppy, and it was hard to recreate without getting caught. But what if the kids' bodies were hidden where no one would ever look? What if, just like his daughter, their bodies were stuffed into the animatronics? For Afton, Elizabeth's death quickly went from just another inconvenience to a scientific breakthrough. Afton was one step closer to harnessing the power of life itself. But one successful experiment wasn't enough. Just like the fear experiments he built in the bunker, he needed to replicate exactly what happened. He needed to recreate the accident, and he knew exactly how he was going to do it. Using the Funtime animatronics again wasn't an option. Circus Baby's Pizza World was shut down, and the public was already getting too suspicious of the animatronics. But he didn't need the Funtime animatronics. He was going to run the experiment himself. On June 26, 1985, William Afton made his way to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. There, he would put on the old Spring Bonnie suit from Fredbear's to lure 5 kids into the back room.
Took a swim with my new friend. Didn't care, I jumped right.
Hello.
Oh, hell no.
Looking for a friend?
The water's clear, come swim with me.
One by one, Afton killed them and stuffed their bodies into the animatronics. Susie was first, being stuffed into Chica. Gabriel went into Freddy, Jeremy into Bonnie, Fritz into Foxy, and then there was Cassidy, who went into Fredbear, aka Golden Freddy. At this point, Afton had no idea that the crying child spirit was in Golden Freddy, so he didn't think twice about shoving Cassidy in there. The way Afton killed Cassidy, though, was different from the rest. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy were just regular animatronics. Afton had no choice but to kill them, then stuff them into the suits. But Golden Freddy wasn't just a regular animatronic, it was a Springlock suit. The same Springlock suit that took his youngest son's life. Afton was aware of how dangerous the Springlocks were. Any bit of moisture or too much movement would cause them to snap shut, slowly killing whoever was inside. So that's exactly what he did to Cassidy. He put him into the suit and watched as the Springlocks snapped shut, cementing Cassidy's death as the most brutal of them all. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Golden Freddy weren't the only animatronics sitting in the back room of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, though. They were joined by the security puppet, which contained the soul of Henry's daughter, Charlie. Once Afton was gone, Charlie jumped into action, almost acting as a guide for their souls, properly giving them life inside of each animatronic. After the incident, the kids were quickly reported missing by their families, and although the security cameras caught Afton luring the kids away, he wasn't able to fully get in trouble. Since he was wearing the Spring Bonnie suit, they were never able to prove it was actually him. Afton also hid the kids' bodies where no one would ever look, so the bodies were never found. Unbelievably, Afton was able to get away with yet another crime. Because of all the bad press that came from the missing children's incident, people stopped coming to the pizzeria. After months of customers no longer showing up, Fazbear Entertainment officially shut down Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Shortly after the pizzeria shut down, Afton decided to pull the Funtime animatronics out of retirement and finally get his underground facility fully operational. He knew he couldn't try opening another Circus Babies restaurant, so he had a new idea.
Due to the massive success and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment. Unlike most entertainment venues, our robotic
Give me 1 second, guys. My family member came in. 1 second.
No.
Sorry, guys. My brother came in. Yes, I'm fine. Sorry, my brother came in. He was asking me a question. Love the no in the background. I swear. Oh, my brother likes a troll. That sounded towards her. Yeah. Yeah, no. It was my little brother, my youngest brother. He likes to be a little asshole to me. Let's continue though. Let's continue. I can't believe how fucking psychopathic this guy is though. Also got a head of sleep now. Have a good stream. Thank you, Terrence. Also, hi. Welcome in. I hope you have a good night. Sweet dreams. Man needs to burn, seriously. But wait, there's more. How did he get away with this shit for so long? The police are fucking dumb, bro. Holy moly, it's crazy to me how this started as just one game about puppets and a night shift security guard, and now there's hours of lore. Seriously, there's so much lore to this, it's insane. As all family members do. My headcanon is that Afton is more detached and methodical, still objectively evil, but less irrational. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that is a way to take it. The lore is very good. It's too bad the movies suck. I don't think the movies suck, but then again, I may be biased because I love Josh Hutcherson, and I will love anything that man is in. The story can get messy, but I still like it. Yeah, it's really cool.
After recent events in the US with police involving Legos, nothing surprises me with police incompetency. No, seriously, poet. Also, I'm doing good. Overall, today has been a really good day. The movies are confusing, especially the second one. William is also just smart. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let us continue. Let us continue.
Idea.
Due to the massive success and even more so the unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set, no pun intended, for another contender in children's entertainment. Unlike most entertainment venues, our robotic entertainers are rented out for private parties during the day.
Afton opened Circus Babies Entertainment and Rental. This way, he could rent out the Funtime animatronics to local birthday parties, capture kids, and bring them back to his underground bunker to be experimented on. While Afton was running his rental business, Fazbear Entertainment was determined to try opening another pizzeria. In the summer of 1987, Fazbear Entertainment opened the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, this time with brand new versions of their original characters. These were called the Toy Animatronics, and they were once again built by Henry. Henry was aware of what happened in 1985, and especially of what happened to his daughter, so he was determined to make sure that never happened again. These new toy animatronics were equipped with facial recognition systems that were linked directly to a criminal database. The security puppet was also brought out of retirement, but instead of working security, it sat quietly in the prize corner. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Golden Freddy, and Spring Bonnie were also moved to the new pizzeria, and it's revealed that these animatronics were mostly used for spare parts.
By now, I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back. Those are from the previous location, and we just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them, but they were just so ugly, you know? And the smell.
This means that the haunted metal of the original Freddy's animatronics was now being put into the toy animatronics, causing the toys to also now be possessed. After Afton got away with the first set of murders, he needed to see if the kids' spirits were possessing the animatronics. In order to see for himself, Afton went back to work at the new pizzeria as a daytime security guard. While Afton was working the day shift, Jeremy Fitzgerald was working the night shift. Jeremy worked there for 5 nights, and unfortunately for him, because the kids possessing the animatronics were killed by an adult, they were extremely aggressive to any adult they encountered.
They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare.
Meanwhile, Afton decided to pull the same trick he did at the old Freddy's location, gaining 5 more victims.
Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it.
Afton used the Spring Bonnie suit to pull the same stunt again on 5 more kids. But as he was committing the murders, Charlie, from inside the puppet, was actively trying to save the kids. She tried enlisting the help of the other animatronics, but it was too late. Afton had already finished what he started. Not only that, him seeing the puppet and Freddy walking around the pizzeria trying to stop him was all the proof he needed that his experiments were successful. The kids he put into the original suits were haunting the animatronics. But there was one problem. Afton knew that the haunted metal of the endoskeletons was the key to everything, but the animatronics were trapped at the pizzeria. There was no way he could bring them back to his underground bunker. He couldn't get to the animatronics if the pizzeria was still open and active, so he needed to find a way to make sure the pizzeria shuts down and fast. Instead of stuffing the new set of victims into the toy animatronics, he decided to leave the kids out in plain sight, scattered throughout the pizzeria. This was a guaranteed way to get the pizzeria shut down. A few hours after Afton committed the murders, Jeremy Fitzgerald showed up for his night shift, unaware of what happened that day.
Hello. What on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on day shift. Wear your uniform. Stay close to the animatronics and make sure they don't hurt anyone, okay?
The next day, during Jeremy's day shift, one of the animatronics bit him in the head. This was infamously known as the Bite of 87. Meanwhile, Afton successfully got the pizzeria shut down. The local newspaper wrote about the incident, saying, after being open only a few short weeks, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is closing its doors. The new animatronics will be scrapped due to possible malfunctions. However, the original characters are being kept in hopes of a possible reorganization reputation of the company. Since the toy animatronics were now being scrapped, he knew he could get away with taking their endoskeletons. But he also knew that he couldn't risk showing his face at the pizzeria again, so he got his oldest son Michael to do the work for him. William
got
was easily
Michael
able to
in
get
on
Michael
this
to do
shit?
whatever he wanted. William was abusive and manipulative, while Michael was haunted by the guilt of what he did to his younger brother. Because of this, Michael basically acted as William's puppet. Michael showed up for the night shift at the now closed Freddy Fazbear's Pizza under a code name, Fritz Smith. At the end of his shift, he would successfully steal the toy animatronics endoskeletons for his father, causing him to get fired his first day on the job due to tampering with the animatronics. As it said in the local newspaper, while Fazbear Entertainment scrapped the toy animatronics, the original Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy were going to be fixed up and reused. And that's exactly what they did. After the 1987 Freddy's location shut down, they opened yet another location, this time using the exact same building as the first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. As you can imagine, this didn't work out great for the business. People already had a bad impression of Fazbear Entertainment, so using the same building that the original murders took place in didn't help business. Customers barely showed up to the new pizzeria, leading it to shut down by the end of 1993. Although this was bad news for Fazbear Entertainment, this was great news for William Afton. Afton was able to acquire the endos of the toy animatronics, but that wasn't enough. He needed all of the haunted endoskeletons, especially the ones in the original animatronics. Once the pizzeria shut down, Afton came up with the plan to steal the endos from the animatronics. Each pizzeria was designed with something called a safe room.
As always, if there is ever an emergency, please go to the designated safe room. Every location is built with one extra room that is not included in the digital map layouts programmed into the animatronic or security system. This room is hidden to customers, invisible to animatronics, and is always off camera.
This room was hidden from guests and invisible to the animatronics. Afton would use this to his advantage, luring each of the animatronics to the safe room and dismantling them one by one. The kids possessing these animatronics were the same kids he lured into the back room all those years ago. He planned to use the same trick to lure the same kids all over again.
How psychotic do you have to be to kill the kids, know that the kids are still living in the fucking animatronics, and then be like, you know what? I actually want to re-traumatize them all. I actually would like to get all of them back to me and prove to them that they were stupid, that they're just as stupid as they were when they were little. He is fucking deranged, bro. He is deranged. How is this man getting away with so much bullshit, dude? Just wait, trust me, it gets worse. How does it get worse than this? Oh, 100%. A sociopath. No diagnosis needed. He's a genius? No, he's not. He's not a genius. That's the worst part. Is he so fucking sloppy that this entire... Honestly, this lore kind of pisses me off. If this is how it goes, this genuinely pisses me off because there's no way this is fucking logical in any way, shape, or form. There's no way that someone could be getting away with it for this fucking long, dude. There's no shot. There's literally no shot. But wait, there's more. No, I don't want any more. Stop. Exactly. In real life, would disagree with you. There's no fucking shot, bro. It was the 90s. I don't give a fuck if it was the 90s. Dude, I don't know. Maybe it's because my mom is a helicopter mom and she's like really on it. But if I was ever murdered as a child, right? I know for a fact my mom would have solved it same day that it happened and she would have killed him herself. You know what I mean? That's more so what I mean. Like, come on. Zodiac Killer? There's too much stuff that is just intertwined where he is the common denominator. Don't worry, it ends soon. This rabbit hole just keeps going and going. I'm tired of this, Grandpa! I'm tired! Like, I don't know, dude. My mom wouldn't let this shit slide. I know I wouldn't let this shit slide. You know how much of a fucking overthinker I am? I am such an overthinker. Okay? I'm sorry. But I would have figured some of this shit out. Would I have gotten it all right? No. But would I have had a genuine, like, a general idea of it? Probably. Afton isn't on the Black Air Force roundtable because even the villains on the roundtable can't stand him. When you get down to it, there is no evidence that any children died. There is. The children are missing. You'll be a good mom then? Yeah, your mother sounds like a diligent woman, but she is. She is, bro. Well, that's too damn bad. Nice holes reference, girl. Thank you. This is the kind of thing that happens when lore gets tied up with loose ends that the original game left behind. Yeah, I feel like there's just too many holes. Missing doesn't mean dead. After a certain amount of hours, missing means dead. Your mom sounds like she would be an awesome cop. Actually, no. The only reason she's so good at it is because we're her kids and she loves us and she would, like, destroy the world for us. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't think she would do this just regularly, just for, like, anyone. But because we're her kids, yeah. Yes, there are missing children, not dead. After a certain amount of hours, you consider that child is dead, right? And where's the common denominator? All these missing kids were at Freddy Fazbear's. There is evidence of at least 5 dead children, just not evidence Afton did it, even though he did do it. Exactly. Can you get your mom on stream? She has been on stream. There's actually a stream that you guys can check out on my YouTube channel. There's a stream with my mom, so you guys should check that out. Pretty sure a lot of this was strung together on the spot. There's so many theories out, yet it's completely up in the air how much of it is actually true. A true mama bear, if I ever heard of it. Sadly, Afton did it with a suit on, so you can't know it's him. Yes, I understand that you can't necessarily know it's him, right? But my thing is, right, I would have been waiting. Like, and this is the thing, this is the thing that, like, me and my mom both do. If something were to happen, God forbid, I plead the blood over my future children whenever I do have children, that no weapon be formed against them. But if hypothetically, right, something happened to my kids, right, and I knew that they went missing there, I would sit in the store every day because, again, Afton was not satisfied with one. He could not stop once he started, and that's how serial killers are. Once they start, they don't stop because they think they get away with it. I would be there for every opening, every shift, every fucking time, keeping an eye out for when he tries to lure another kid. And as soon as he does that, I'm killing that motherfucker. I'm straight to the dome, killing that motherfucker. Okay? I ain't gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna kill. I'll ask questions later. No. And then it's limited further by people who know how to safely operate those suits. But the thing a lot of people are missing is that even if the cameras only caught the suit, then that actually limits things a lot. Anyone too fat, too short, or too tall is out. Heh, metal. Batman would be afraid of such tactics. Yeah, no, I would sit there. I would sit there every day. Every day. If they opened a new branch, I would be there. I wouldn't be the only one. I know that whoever my future husband is, that they would also sit in with me. They would go to each location just waiting. Batman would support such tactics. Plus, he used his favorite suit. Afton only used the Bonnie suit, never the Fredbear suit. He has a MO. Yeah. To say nothing of testing the suit in question for evidence, hairs, bits of blood, torn cloth from an outfit spit on, and so on. Yeah, exactly. Imagine some poor worker got mistook as him by you. I don't care. You shouldn't have done shit. You shouldn't have been luring at children. Because here's the thing. I wouldn't wait for someone to be in the suit. I would wait until they would try to lure a child to the back. Because whatever they're trying to do, when you try to lure a child away from a group of people, you are doing something nefarious. And whatever it is, I'm going to stop you. I don't care. You try to harm children, I will jump in and I will not be quiet about it. I will go out and I will end it. Again, the police in this fictional universe apparently don't do anything. Exactly. You could also do the Ace Ventura style of investigation. Just openly stalk the individual you suspect until you either find proof it's not them or you make a breakthrough. Yeah. Remember, DNA analyzation wasn't really a thing back then? In the 90s, I feel like it was. I'm gonna be honest. Hold on. Yeah, DNA evidence was first used in a criminal investigation in 1986. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Anyways, let's continue. Future husband? Yeah, one day. One day when I find someone, I'll settle down. Dear future husband, here's a few things you'll need to know if you wanna be my one and only all my life. Future husband, better love me right.
The kids possessing these animatronics were the same kids he lured into the back room all those years ago. He planned to use the same trick to lure the same kids all over again.
Oh, hell no.
Once he finished dismantling each animatronic and stealing their endoskeleton, he brought them down to his underground bunker, where he would melt them all down into one liquid substance called Remnant. Not only did Afton rob these kids of their lives, he would use their souls long after they're gone for his own personal gain.
What do you have to gain from this, you sick fuck?
By melting down the endos, he successfully created Remnant. This substance, containing the spirits of all of the missing children, was silver in color, and if kept at the right temperature, was malleable. Afton didn't want to risk testing the Remnant on himself, so he injected it into the Funtime animatronics. Once he did, the animatronics jumped to life. The experiment had worked. William Afton unlocked the power of life itself. After his successful experiment, he went back to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza to collect his old Spring Bonnie suit. But once he got there, he was met with the spirits of the 5 missing children, trapping him inside the safe room. Cassidy, the spirit inside Golden Freddy, chased Afton around the room and forced him to get into the Spring Bonnie suit. Cassidy was the most vengeful spirit of them all. Being spring-locked in the Fredbear suit was a painful and slow death, and he wanted to make sure that Afton knew what that felt like. At this point, Afton knew how a spirit could live on. As long as he was inside the suit, he knew he'd be back. As Afton laughed, the spring locks snapped shut, forcing him to go through what Cassidy went through. This was an act of revenge by Cassidy, and it wouldn't be the last. Afton was now confined to the safe room of the now shut down Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and because of this, everything in his underground bunker was left abandoned. But even with Afton gone, the rental business continued on its own. All of the Funtime animatronics containing the spirits of the missing children and even his daughter Elizabeth were still being rented out during the day and then brought right back down to the bunker. All the spirits wanted to do was escape, but they were always put back underground. After Afton went missing, his eldest son Michael, who's been blindly helping his father, remembered what his father told him if he ever went missing. If William wasn't there to finish his work, Michael would do it for him. Afton's underground facility was always off limits to Michael, but since he was now gone, Michael had no choice. He took the elevator down to where his father worked every day. Although Michael was helping out his father by stealing some of the endos from the animatronics back in the day, he never exactly knew what William was doing until he got down into the bunker.
Do you see why I say fuck Michael?
Over the several days he visited the bunker, he learned more about what his father was up to. He learned about the massive facility his father built, complete with multiple rooms conducting fear experiments. He learned the truth behind the Funtime animatronics and how they were actually
he didn't know
designed.
he was manipulated. Michael is a grown-ass man now. And I will always say, I don't give a fuck what trauma you've been through as a child, right? Not in the sense of that you deserve it. No child ever deserves to get traumatized, right? Obviously, that's the obvious answer. However, as you grow up into an adult, you are responsible for how you deal with your trauma. You are. And if that leads to more people getting hurt, then you are just as bad as your abuser. Because you decided to hurt more people rather than seeking help to work through it and heal from that. There's a lot of people that have been manipulated. There are a lot of people that have been traumatized at a young age and don't hurt other people. He didn't decide to hurt more people. He's definitely not as bad as his dad. That's flawed logic. I don't think so. And again, I don't know if he's hurt more people, but it sounds like he plans on continuing his dad's legacy as of right now. He never hurt anyone. Yeah, as of right now, he hasn't hurt other people, right? But I'm assuming because this video is not even close to over, that Michael probably starts hurting people. We'll see. But if he starts to hurt people, then he's just as bad.
knew what William was doing until he got down into the bunker. Over the several days he visited the bunker, he learned more about what his father was up to. He learned about the massive facility his father built, complete with multiple rooms conducting fear experiments. He learned the truth behind the Funtime animatronics and how they were actually designed to kidnap kids. And he learned through the voice of Baby exactly how his sister died.
A little girl, standing by herself. My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least not until she stepped closer.
But as the week went on, Baby was conducting a plan of her own, a plan to escape the bunker using Michael's body. Elizabeth was no longer the person Michael remembered her as. She was entirely devoted to her father and would do anything to make him proud of her. At the end of the week, all of the Funtime animatronics endos were scooped out, with all of them combining into one animatronic called Ennard. This creature, containing the spirits of the missing kids and Elizabeth, knew they wouldn't be able to escape the bunker looking like an animatronic. They needed a human body to walk around in.
Oh, shit.
You are in the scooping room now. Funtime Foxy has already been here today. Funtime Freddy has already been here today. Melora has already been here today. Circus Baby has already been here today. I've been out before, but they always put me back. They always put us back inside. There's nowhere for us to hide here. There is nowhere to go when we look like this. But if we looked like you, then we could hide. If we looked like you, then we would have somewhere to go. The scooper only hurts for a moment.
Michael Afton's insides got scooped out and replaced by Ennard, helping all of the souls to escape the facility. With every
I retract my statement. I retract my statement. I'm sorry, Michael. That's on me, boy. Listen! At least I'm willing to accept when I'm wrong. At least I'm willing to accept when I'm wrong. Okay? I'm making conclusions as I go. Okay? I deserve it. Okay, yes, I get it. I fucked up. That's on me. Alright, but you can't blame me for not knowing the future. You can't blame me for not knowing the future. Yeah, seriously, I'm over here like, what the fuck? Ugh. Ugh. But what I said about Michael now goes to Elizabeth. I just have to say, what I said about Michael now goes to Elizabeth. I would just like to say it transfers over. Same story to a different character. Thank you. Yeah, the daughter turned into a psycho. Yeah, okay, okay. Hasty judgments of condemnation are not wise. These are fictional characters. I'm jumping to conclusions because they're not real. But that's fucking crazy. I was not that was a complete 360 from what I thought was gonna happen. That is a complete 360. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, okay? I understand. I'm just a girl, okay? I am so annoyed now.
Elizabeth died, possessed a robot against her will, and got stuck in a bunker for years as a murder bot. Of course she'd go crazy. But wait, you see, there's more! There's more? Dude, I can't. The wild roller coaster of FNAF lore. See, but this is what I mean. Like, this is why I do shit like this, because I would have never thought of it to be the daughter that turns evil. Because, like, all the other kids originally wanted to save other kids from getting hurt. And now this fucking... This is wrong. This is so sick and twisted. This is so sick and twisted! That's only the 4th game? I can't, dude. I can't. I'm so annoyed right now. Poor Michael, bro. He was just a boy. Listen, I know I just talked shit. Hold on. I'm regretting all of my words. He was so scared, bro. Imagine learning your dad's a psychopath and then being like, I need to help my sister. And then your sister just like, yeah, I want out. And just murks you? It's a horror game day. I don't care. This is horrifying. They're right. Take a moment day. Of course it would be dark. Oh, just wait. It gets crazier. Yay me!
Have somewhere to go. The scooper only hurts for a moment.
Michael Afton's insides got scooped out and replaced by Ennard, helping all of the souls to escape the facility. With every passing day after this happened, Michael looked more and more like a walking zombie. His skin was starting to turn purple, and people started to notice. Michael's body was no longer a good disguise for Ennard, so Ennard ejected itself from Michael. But because the scooper was also a remnant injector, when Michael Afton was scooped, he was also injected with Remnant. The Remnant made it so even after Ennard was gone, he was still able to survive. With Michael now back in full control of his body, he had a new mission. Although he did, one way or another, successfully free his sister from the underground facility, he also learned about all of his father's terrible misdeeds. His loyalty to his father turned to disgust. It was time for him to end all of this.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
Michael would spend years searching for his father with no luck, until a new ad in the local newspaper caught his attention. Someone decided to open something called Fazbear's Fright, the horror attraction. Local amusement park is getting ready to scare your socks off with a new attraction based on the unsolved mysteries of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Featuring actual relics from the decades-old pizzeria, this new attraction is guaranteed to bring back your childhood in the worst possible way. As if using the crimes of his father to make a profit wasn't bad enough, they also went back to the old pizzerias and collected any objects they could find to put on display at the attraction. Michael immediately applied for the job of the security guard with the sole intention of burning the place to the ground. When he got there, he saw the remnants of his past, the shells of all of the animatronics, missing every single one of their endoskeletons. He knew they could only find the shells of the animatronics because he and his father stole their endoskeletons all those years ago, leaving only the shells behind. On day 2 of working at the attraction, he got word that they found a real animatronic.
You're not gonna believe this. We found one. A real one.
This real animatronic ended up being his father, still inside the Spring Bonnie suit he died in decades ago. Even though his father was now in the building with him, he still decided to go through on his plan, all in an effort to end his father once and for all. Michael then rigged the wiring in the building to catch fire, burning the horror attraction to the ground with his father inside. The local newspaper would write about the fire, saying a new local attraction based on an ancient pizzeria chain burned down overnight. Authorities have not ruled out foul play, but at the moment it seems to have been caused by faulty wiring. Although the fire destroyed most of everything in the building, William, miraculously, was able to survive. William was now free, roaming the outside world along with the souls of the missing children, Elizabeth, and Charlie inside the puppet. Since Michael wasn't able to end everything, someone else needed to step in. That someone was Henry Emily. Afton's old business partner and father of Charlie heard about the fire at Fazbear's Fright, along with the rumors of the various animatronic creatures now roaming the streets. Henry was determined to put an end to all of this.
It's only now that I understand the depth of the depravity of this creature, this monster that I unwillingly helped to create. As if what he had already done wasn't enough. He found a new way to desecrate, to humiliate, to destroy. As if the suffering wasn't enough. The loss of innocence, the loss of everything to so many people. Small souls trapped in prisons of my making, now set to new purpose, and used in ways I never thought imaginable. He lured them all back to a familiar place, back with familiar tricks. He brought them all together. Are they still aware? I hope not. It keeps me awake at night. I could make myself sleep, but not yet. Not until I undo what he has done and heal this wound. A wound first inflicted on me, but then one that I let bleed out to cause all of this. He set some kind of trap. I don't know what it was, but he led them there again. He overpowered them again. And he robbed them of the only thing that they had, again. I don't know how those tiny breaths of life came to inhabit those machines, but they will never find rest now, not like this. I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place.
By gathering all of the animatronics in one place and locking them in the same room, he would be able to burn them all to the ground for good, effectively freeing their spirits in the process. In order to do this, Henry created a new restaurant called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place. He knew that the spirits and William couldn't resist coming back to a new location, even if it was all just a trap. Charlie was different though. She was smarter than the rest, so Henry knew she wouldn't be as easily fooled. So he created an animatronic called Lefty, standing for Lure, Encapsulate, Fuse, Transport, and Extract, specifically to capture the puppet and bring it to the pizzeria. While trying to find someone that would help him carry out his plan, one person showed up for the job, a person who was also determined to finally end all of this, Michael Afton. Day after day, the animatronics roaming the streets would show up in the alleyway next to the pizzeria. Baby, aka Elizabeth, the souls of the missing children and the crying child, now appearing as Molten Freddy, Charlie and Lefty, and his father, William, all showed up in the back alley. Michael would then collect each animatronic and throw them into a facility under the pizzeria, designed to be a maze with no exit, where the animatronics would roam around without even knowing they're trapped, until the end of the week, where they would all be burned to the ground. With all of the souls, including William himself, now in one place, Henry's plan was in motion. As far as Elizabeth and William were concerned, this was a good thing. All of this remnant now in one place was all that they wanted, until Henry stepped in.
You played right into our hands. Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No. This was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to.
These people are
all
psychotic.
Of those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch. Listen. And be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still, and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace, and perhaps more, waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, old friend. My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It's time to rest, for you, and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends, for all of us, in communication.
Henry
so
putting fire to the animatronics may have freed the...
Hold on. That's so sad. He just wanted his daughter to have peace. This is so sad. I'm so sad right now, man. Yeah. And he saved the kids by freeing their souls. Like, I'm happy they're free now. This, honestly, I think this should have been the best ending that they could have asked for with this story. I don't understand if this is the last story, because isn't there Party Fazbear and all that with Veronica in that? I don't know how that all plays into this, to be honest. So I don't know if this is where it ends. It was supposed to be the ending. Why do they keep it going?
It isn't the end of FNAF completely, but it will be the end of this storyline. There is so much more lore, and I regret to inform you, this was supposed to be the end, I believe. I'm making a PB&J while watching this live. Well, make me a PB&J too, because I would like a PB&J. Because A, money, and B, world building. Security Breach is another developer. Okay. Let's keep watching.
Henry putting fire to the animatronics may have freed the spirits from the metal of the robots, but some of them still needed help actually moving on into the afterlife. This help would come from Charlie. She helped guide the spirits into the robots. Now she would help them move on. In the world of Five Nights at Freddy's, the way a spirit can move on is by them being put into a happy memory. The memory Charlie chose actually comes from the crying child and the day he got bit. Piece by piece, Charlie put that terrible, shattered memory back together. But this time, she would change it into a happy memory. Instead of the crying child getting bit on his birthday, Charlie changed it so that all of the missing kids and Charlie would celebrate him, giving him a giant birthday cake. By changing that terrible memory into a happy one and attaching all of the spirits to it, they were able to successfully pass into the afterlife. Like I said, they were all able to move on, except for one. Cassidy, the most vengeful spirit of them all, wasn't done yet. He decided to attach his soul to Williams, making sure that William was unable to move on. By attaching his spirit to Williams, he was able to trap Afton in an endless loop of death. He made Afton relive every one of his terrible misdeeds. The fear experiments, his underground bunker, and the pizzeria where Cassidy was killed. Afton experienced all of this while being attacked and killed over and over again by all of the animatronics from his past. Every time an animatronic would attack him, Cassidy would be there, reminding him that the suffering will never end.
We've only just begun. I will never let you leave. I will never let you rest.
He tried to release you. He tried to release us, but I'm not gonna let that happen. I will hold you here. I will keep you here, no matter how many times they burn us.
Cassidy knew that Afton didn't deserve the afterlife. He deserved to pay for what he's done for all of eternity. But if you keep up with the franchise, you know that that's not the end of the story. Like I said at the beginning of the video, making a FNAF timeline is not easy, no matter what anyone says. In broad strokes, you can explain the basic plot, but once you get down to the motivations and the why of everything, you have to start filling in the blanks yourself. Some people who've helped me fill in the blanks that I'd like to shout out are Right Host for his theory about Cassidy being spring-locked in Golden Freddy. I think that makes a lot of sense and is really satisfying for the narrative. Also, I'd like to shout out MattPat for his theory about Midnight Motorist. After trying to figure that minigame out for years, I think your explanation makes the most sense. It's important for me to say that no one except for Scott Cawthon himself knows the exact story he was trying to tell, so please make sure to watch other people's timelines as well and come to your own conclusion on everything. And when the time is right, I'll be back to tackle the newer games in this franchise. Until then, make sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.
I would just have to say, I would be just as spiteful. I would be just as spiteful as Cassidy. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. You know what? That's what he fucking deserved.
What do you think, Day? I'm very much intrigued, but now I'm like, where does the rest of the lore fit in? Now I want to go and try and make my own timeline. Fuck, I don't think this is the last we've watched of FNAF. I think we're gonna have to deep dive ourselves. I think we have to deep dive ourselves, guys. I genuinely do. I'm too invested now. You're the first person who read my comment? Nobody else reads your comments? Yay! Vincent! Same. I don't blame you. Oh, he's only covering the classic games. That makes sense. Things get complicated afterwards and very thin on the ground for hints. I'm your biggest number 999? No way! What's up, Vincent? Hello. Well-deserved crash out. Imagine rejecting peace and maybe heaven to torture a guy forever. Listen. Spite is a hell of a drug, alright? I would like to think I'm not that spiteful, but I probably am. Oh no, she's going deeper into the FNAF hole. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to tell you this, but I'm hooked. Some could say I've been spring trapped into this. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, James, good night, sweet dreams. When MatPat retired, Scott told him the lore. Really? The hole has opened and she has fallen. Lucky bastard, but mad respect. And then let him be in the FNAF movie? That is crazy. Well, the first VTuber to read my comment on live. Aw, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for being here. I try to read everyone's comments as much as I can. I know we're on 3 platforms right now, so in case you guys don't know. Hello! I see there's so many new people. Hello! My name is Tiny Pixie Day. I'm a variety streamer. I tend to do deep dives, reactions, gaming, and a little bit of singing. But I am multi-streaming on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube right now, and I try to read your guys' comments as fast as I can. Day is a very sweet VTuber. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. A pixie has fallen into a river in Lego City. Thank you. Of course, of course. If I ever miss a comment, though, just know it's not on purpose. I'm just trying to keep track of 3 different chats right now. Now that you saw the lore trauma, which animatronic is your favorite out of the ones you saw? Puppet. Puppet is my favorite now. Puppet is my favorite. But my favorite looking is the baby girl one. Springtrap is probably my favorite animatronic. I wouldn't mind cosplaying. Oh. No worries. Well, MatPat did seriously help boost the FNAF game, so Scott was probably pretty thankful. Yeah. She's only human after all. Yeah. Good night, Day. Good night, Crushing Grizzly. Good night. Charlie is a good girl. She's a Cinnabon. Have you watched the movies? I did. I have watched the movies. Mainly because I love Josh Hutcherson. And to think these games came about because Scott is bad at making 3D models? Really? Why did William Afton fail his art class? Because he won't die. Good one, Looney. Time to stuff Day into Circus Baby. No! I don't want to be Circus Baby. I just think she's cute. Now, for Day to look at FNAF with the story already done from the beginning, The Withering Truth, I think it was. I love William Afton as a game villain. Oh, as a game villain. Why? I don't think I could ever love a man like that. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I don't know how you could say you love him. Listen. There are so many better villains in this. Like, even on a villain scope, right? If you're like, well, he's evil and he's meant to be evil. Yeah. Well, listen. He's very sloppy as a villain, in my opinion. He's lucky he was written in this franchise because I feel like from this description of it, he seems very sloppy. Imagine being MatPat, having every answer, and just watching people make theories, and you know the answers, the satisfaction he must feel. Yeah. Yeah, the Unwithered Truth did a sort of do-over with the first 2 FNAF games, and it's amazing stuff. Good night, even though I might be here until the stream ends. Good night, Sir James Ming! Remember, he always comes back, pretty sure, but fucked up, yeah. He's lucky the cops were useless. Cough, Pennywise, cough. Exactly, Pennywise is a true villain. Watch the Unwithered Truth, like the other comment said. What if FNAF was planned from the start? If you guys would like me to react to specific FNAF stuff, or like specific games, or anything like that, be sure to go into my Discord. I do have a Discord. So if you guys would like to join the Discord, join the Discord! You guys will be able to send me recommendations. You guys will be able to send me recommendations on new videos to watch and everything like that. I don't watch everything, but you guys can leave me a recommendation there, and we will get to it when we can. And then exclamation mark Discord. Discord. Okay. But thank you guys so much for being here and keeping me company with this and helping me figure out all about it. Remember, I do stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. Sometimes I'm late, sometimes I'm early. But join the Discord that I just put in the links in all of the socials, please. Because then you guys will be able to see if I cancel or if I start stream early, etc., etc., etc. Jokes aside, there was a whole theory about a secret box at the end of FNAF 4, and apparently Scott sorta lost his own plot on what was inside it. That kind of helps me realize not all these theories need to be so complex. Maybe the real timeline's simpler than people think. Probably. Okay. But we are going to be ending it there. I've had a very, very, very long day. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me for so long. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Ugh. Kick and YouTube, I will be leaving you guys here, but I hope to see you guys again. I will see you guys on Monday. So you guys come on Monday. I will be streaming at 6 p.m. PST. Twitch, if you guys could stick out around for the raid, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye, Kick. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.